quick ground rules for the space before we get into it. Just try to keep it to your thoughts on the song, please. Please, no, tangents that go on for 5 minutes straight. Let's just say, here's my thoughts on the song, here's why I like it, 2 minutes max, and then we'll keep it pushing, because for the Emancipation Space, we were here. If I combine everything for 7 hours, I don't have time for that. So let's just keep it respectful. This is a nice, classy discussion of the album and such. And yeah, I can't think of anything else, but we're just gonna try to keep the tangents to a minimum. That's all I say, and I will be strict on that. And so keep that in mind. I might have to rotate out speakers and such, and I might have to reiterate this. And this is recorded. It will be on my YouTube channel. So if you don't want to be on my YouTube channel, I'm letting you know far in advance. And yes, so let's basically just get into it at this point. Oh, Matthew's here, Slay. So the first song on here
Period.
is going to be Migrate featuring T-Pain. Alright, so that was Migrate featuring T-Pain, track 1. So my thoughts on this one, I feel like it has grown on me. I feel like at first I wasn't the biggest fan of it, but now I can definitely appreciate it more than I had in the past. I will say that. And so I think it's a fun moment, something for the club. I agree that this should have been a single. I think it would have, done something for her, on the charts. Something fun, something to party to. I appreciate, the vibes of the song. I like her vocals on here. I like the production. I like the lyrics. I like the general vibe of the song. The only part I don't like about the song is T-Pain's verse. He said this is the beginning and end at the very same time, and that should have been it. I'm sorry. His verse on here is just not cutting it for me. His stylings aren't for me. It's kind of how I feel with Gunna on Stealing Love You on Caution. His style just is not hitting for me personally. So when I do listen to the song, I will skip through T-Pain's verse and what about it. I just cannot get through that. So I just will skip to the end. But besides that, this is a cute moment, and those are my thoughts on Migrate.
Oh yeah, my thoughts on Migrate. I love this song. I was similar to Anastasia. At first, I wasn't the biggest fan of the song. I don't know. I just never gravitated towards it. I never was the biggest hater at all of the song, but it took me a while to grow. But once I got it, and of course, T-Pain's parts also took the longest to grow on me as well. But hey, his parts are fun now. Do I prefer Mariah's more over T-Pain? Of course, because Mariah's Mariah. But it's a fun little party song talking about how you migrate from one place to another, whether it's from the bar to the club to the apartment, or wherever, the city to the beach. Point is, you migrate from one place to another and have your fun, and you have the time of your life. And I love that I always have the time of my life with this track. And yeah, Michelle, we're definitely gonna have to duet this when we go to Vegas.
All right, Michelle, you're up next.
Okay, so to keep it short and sweet, because that's what we're doing with this space, I like T-Pain's lines on here. This is probably one of my go-to songs when I get in the car. It's the album is definitely one of my most played Mariah albums, but this song is very top played. Um, I like the way Mariah throws. It's kind of like a rap-ish. Um, T-Pain, I like the mix. I like the way they flow together, and I don't know. It's just I really like the track overall. That's all I got to say.
Period. I think Mariah's next.
Oh, I think Octavia had her hand before me, so she can go first.
Thank you, Mariah. This is my favorite song ever. I love Mariah's part with T-Pain. Yeah, she could have used a different rapper on that one, but cause I hate his voice. I'm just gonna be honest. I can't stand it. But I tolerate it because I love her. And I sing Mariah parts all day long. So this is one of my favorites. Even though T-Pain annoys the crap out.
All right, Mariah's up next, and then we'll do RJ.
I love the song, and I love T-Pain's part as well. I think it's fun. I think this might be one of my favorite, if not my favorite song on the album. It definitely should have been released as a single. But I believe it will get justice one day, because as I said the other day, I see this becoming a viral TikTok sound, a viral dance. From when she says to throw something on, to feature my hips, accentuate my and steal the show. I just see it happening. And, we're going to make it happen one way or another. So, yeah.
Period. I think Michelle had something she wanted to say really quickly, and then we'll go to RJ.
Yeah, I just wanted to add that this song definitely, to piggyback up what Mariah was saying, it needed to be a single and it needed a video because I can see like a whole like Mariah theme in the club. Like it really definitely needed a video to really make the song pop. So yeah.
Yeah, I think a video for this would have been nice. I think it would have ate for sure. Her music videos are always great, so I will say that. And now on to RJ. RJ, you still here? And okay, we move on to Kenny. Kenny, you still here?
Sorry, I had my microphone on. I just wanted to add that this song is, I mean, obviously it's really good, but I just love her wordplay in the song, and just how it like correlates just with the flow of the song, and kind of like Michelle was saying with the flow of T-Pain. So yeah, it's just such an awesome song.
Period. And now on to Guadalupe.
Oh yeah, Migrate. I thought it's a very club scene song, and I didn't really rotate around it. I didn't. I'm not in that scene anymore, so those are my thoughts.
Period. If anyone else wants to speak, just request to be a speaker and I'll throw you on. And yeah, now I think that we can move on to the second track, which is going to be Touch My Body. Alright, so that's going to be Touch My Body, also known as her 18th #1 song on the Billboard Hot 100 charts. And this was the one that I believe made her surpass Elvis, which is pretty iconic
Oh yeah,
or
a fun
whatever.
fact about actually that is
Yeah, they
she
gave him
already
honorary
surpassed.
#1 or something like that.
Here's the
Yeah, it wasn't
yes.
actually,
So
yeah.
she had already surpassed him when she released Air Hero. That was her 8th #1 because Elvis only actually has
Yeah,
7
they
Billboard
estimated it based off
100
of
number
what
ones.
his popularity was at the time because basically whenever he came out, the Billboard Hot 100 chart hadn't been invented yet. So they just like estimated that and they were like, oh, we think he had that many. So yeah,
Yes. So
I will say
period. Yeah.
that.
So she had been surpassing it for a long time, but
Yeah,
yeah.
but
But
that's
just for
just like,
so they
yeah, if
know.
you want to like technicalities or whatever, yeah, but I threw that in. So overall, I
Period.
think that this is a great record. I think it's like really fun. I think it shows up her personality really, really well. I think Mariah's just like a really fun person. Like she has such a great sense of humor as well. So her vocals in here absolutely ate down. I mean, we got to talk about the GMA performance. Stop Singing My Part Now, Baby. Like ate down. And then I also really love the songwriting on here. I mean, who else really thinks to rhyme, Rendezvous with Wendy interview like Mariah, like one of the best songwriters of all time. And there's actually a clip, and I believe it's on YouTube somewhere, and I will try to post that for you guys to listen to it. But it was like when Wendy heard it for the first time, and like she couldn't believe it, and she had to run it back, and it's really, really funny. So I thought that that was clever. And Mariah ate because Wendy always do be speaking on other people's business, so she really did eat her up with that, and we love it. But lyrically, I just think it's really playful, really clever, really fun. And yeah, the music video was great as well, showing off her personality. And I just think it was really fun. I think she looked great in the music video. And this era particularly, I love the production. Just a really fresh moment. I really like everything about the song, and it might be one of my favorite songs in this album. Actually, now thinking about it, but yeah,
Honestly, such a classic song. Like, I can't believe it's been 15 years since this song was released. I remember, like, it was yesterday, like, because I was in third grade, like, the second semester of, like, third grade when this song came out. Like, wow. Like, I remember being in computer lab and hearing this song, like, putting it on rotation. I was so obsessed with the song, so obsessed with the video. Like, it was just quite a moment to witness. Like, I was like, wow, I can't believe this is like the legendary iconic moment that is Touch My Body. And like, I love how playful the lyrics are as well. I love the music video, of course. Love that she has like the geeky, like nerdy guy, like, come fix her computer. And then of course they play around the whole time in the video, like with the, like, enacting like the nerdy guy's like fantasy with Mariah. It's just a fantasy reference, by the way.
period.
No, but exactly, no, but I love that, they're enacting like what fantasy he would have wanted to have with Mariah, like in terms of like how they spend a day together. So it's just a cute video as well, and yeah, just I just look at this song and of course era very fondly because of course it was the second era I ever got to witness from Mariah when it became a lamb. So yeah, I just love the Einstein era and Touch My Body era specifically so much.
Period. Next up is gonna be Michelle.
So yeah, just exactly what you guys said. It's a fun track, of course. How could we not love it? It's her 18th number one, right? Her vocals in it is amazing. The video is definitely something different from her because there's always a sexy, yet now we threw a little comedy into it, which kind of showcases Mariah's personality, which we all know as Lambs, but now the GP started to see her, personality throughout that video. But yeah, overall, I think I love the song. It's not my favorite, although I love E. It's definitely not my favorite on there, but it's definitely a great song. So yeah.
Period. Next up is going to be Octavia.
Okay, I have to agree. This is not my favorite, but I catch myself singing every once in a while. Like, I don't skip it at all. Trust me, I don't. I will literally sing along to it. Even though it's not my favorite song on the album, it's still a great song. So it's like, and this era, that song is the first one I heard from Mariah. So this song made me know who Mariah is. Like, thank you, Mariah.
All right, next up is going to be Michaela.
So I just wanted to say, I think that we've all had like multiple Lamb epiphanies. Like, you hear Mariah's song and you're like, I'm such a big fan. And then she does something again, you're like, wow, this is exactly why I'm a fan. And I feel like this was definitely one of those like rebirth moments for me, just like Obsessed was for a lot of people, but this was definitely it. I just love that her music videos always have a theme and she references things that other people wouldn't. Like the Mariah's theme poster, it's very a unicorn in the background, kind of like this music video. I love that there's a unicorn. And I just remember this music video being everywhere when it came out, and the very clever lyrics about YouTube. Like, I better not catch this flick on YouTube, when YouTube was just being like popular and being created and all that stuff. She's just very clever. And the silver dress with the like tube socks, I'm screaming, I'm crying, I'm throwing up. Also, I love
Yes.
that she get right that she has like a mansion in the background. Like, I feel like it's very Girls Next Door in my opinion, because the show was popular around that time. So I love that she was wearing the tube socks and doing the whole like nerdy games with the geek. Like, oh my gosh, this to me, this is one of her best music videos, and I just feel like it gets so overlooked because she has amazing ones. But this one, she really outdid herself, and I just feel like it's one of her girliest songs ever. So, oh, she was just feeding the girly girls for sure with this one.
Exactly. Just really ate, and this song just is underrated for how genius it is with the writing, so I will say that. And I think Mariah's next.
Yeah, like I really love this song. It's so catchy and like the music video is so fun. And the main points I wanted to mention were already mentioned by you guys. Like, as you said, Rendezvous, Wendy interview, like only Mariah's mind. And like what Michaela mentioned, Mariah referencing YouTube when it was just a few years old, like it's just so cool. Like, she's really in tune with all of the socials and everything, and she's just so ahead of her time with that and with literally everything else in her career. So we love that. I love the song.
Exactly. Next up, we will have Kenny.
I just agree with you all. I just really like her penmanship, as always. Like, I'll hug your body tighter than my favorite jeans. I want you to caress me like a tropical breeze. Like, she's just so funny, like just so witty too, with being able to just like have that wordplay with the vocals on top of that. So again, another smash.
Period, Kenny. Next up is going to be Guadalupe.
Oh yeah, so I thought it's actually a sensual song, and I thought that the lyrics are painting a picture.
Period. Next up is going to be Mimi's Folklore. We're talking about our thoughts on Touch My
Damn,
Body.
Anastasia's not
I thought he was done.
playing.
He muted himself after.
No, I'm saying it's funny because usually you have like more to say, but you're just like, period. She's like, I'm not about to be here for
I
10
really
hours
am not.
again.
I just got here. What are we talking about?
We're talking about Touch My Body, and if you want, you can give quick thoughts on Migrate too.
Is there somebody else who'd like to
Wait, did we
go?
already do Migrate?
Yeah, we did Migrate. So Mimi's Folklore can go first with their thoughts on Touch My Body, then Migrate, and then you can after Michaela.
Let me collect my thoughts. Let Michaela go first.
Okay, period. Quick thoughts on Migrate.
Awesome. So I just wanted to say, like, Migrate is a good ass fuck song, and I feel like it deserves more recognition. I know I'm biased because I'm a lamb, but I just feel like I love the ending where she goes, Migrate, bye. Like, her soft voice with T-Pain's auto-tune and the actual beat, it's just so fucking lit.
I thought the TikTok that she did for the anniversary of Obsessed was like really funny, and then the way she like incorporates Migrate into that, I thought was cool and stuff. And so I like that moment.
Honestly, Migrate is the track I need to go viral on TikTok. I don't know when we're gonna have Migrate go viral, but one day it has to have its viral moment, and I want to see what kind of heights the song takes off to.
Yes, brother, we need that.
Honestly, whichever lamb can create a nice TikTok dance, we will follow suit and help start the trend.
Who
I'll do
else
it next
30
month.
years
I'll do
in
it
their
next
career
month.
is going like viral on TikTok, by the way?
Exactly. Her social media
Exactly.
presence must be
And she
studied.
doesn't have to try. These other artists, they have to beg and plead to go
Nobody's
viral,
doing
and
it.
she does nothing. She breathes air and she goes viral. Like, it's amazing to watch.
Nobody is doing it.
Period. We can definitely say that.
But
And then I found the video of Winnie reacting to Touch My Body on YouTube. I posted it as a link in the Jumbotron, so if you guys want to retweet and check that out later, you definitely can. Mimi Folklore, are you ready to give your thoughts on the first two songs?
I'm not, but you guys can go to the third one and I'll, try to consolidate all my thoughts. I need a moment.
Okay, period. So now we're gonna go on to track 3, which is Cruise Control featuring Damian Marley. Alright, so my basic thoughts on Cruise Control. I like the first half of the song, I think the vocal moments are cute. I can appreciate the lyrics, the production, like it's a cute moment. The second where the song loses me is where she goes into some like Jamaican accent. I'm like, what are we doing here? Like, what is this moment? Like, I can't get into it, and y'all be downvoting me, but I must speak my truth in this space. Like, I can't get into it. I can't get into it. And then Damian Marley on the song, for me, I can't get into his part either. It's just not my personal jam. So if I do listen to a song, I usually just listen to like the first half and probably just like skip to the end and I call it a day. But those are my personal thoughts on Cruise Control. So yeah.
Yeah, so my thoughts on Cruise Control. This song's alright. Like, I don't really care to like revisit it. Like, when I listen to Equals MC² album, Cruise Control is definitely one of the tracks I revisit the least. Like, it's just Mariah's parts I like. I think they're very cute, and unlike Anastasia, I think I love when she does a Jamaican accent. I think it's cute. I think the Jamaican accent is very cute and very endearing. But yeah, I don't know. Damian Marley, he just doesn't do it for me. I don't know. I don't hate his parts. I'm not like, oh, get him away from me. But I'm not like, ooh, I have to go listen to Damian Marley's parts. But overall, it's all right. But like, definitely not something where I'm like, ooh, I have to revisit Cruise Control. But hey, to each their own.
All right, Mimi's Folklore, are you ready to go yet? Or would you like us to move to someone else?
Yes. Okay. I'm ready to go. So I will start with Migrate. I feel like Migrate is it's like that's older, like cooler, better sister. That's all I have to say about the song. Great song. Touch My Body. I feel like Touch My Body was one of her best choices in terms of like lead singles that she's ever made for any album. That album really captures, this song really captures like the spirit of this album. And I feel like this album is the perfect like it embodies Mariah so well. It's so feminine, it's so playful, it's so sensual, and it's like really witty and funny, and it has all these iconic moments. I love it. So yeah, I love Touch My Body. Stop singing my part now, baby. Iconic. And Cruise Control, I think I don't listen to that song often, but whenever I do, I really connect. I think it's such an Aries song. When Aries people are in love, they like go all in and they stop using their like brains and really rely on their hearts. So I feel what she's saying. I like that song.
Period. And next up is going to be Michaela.
Period. I was saying that, to be honest, I feel like Cruise Control is a really good song, and I think that it gets like looked over a lot. And I just feel like I'm so glad she put it at the beginning of the album, and she does deserve more recognition, in my opinion. And I just feel like it's a great song, and I like the melody of it, and I do appreciate that she put a Marley on the track because I love it when people put Marley's on the track because they just do it so well and it fits like a glove. So I'm just glad that she had him featured on it.
Next up is going to be Octavia.
It's okay that you guys don't like that song. I'm not gonna hate you for it because I love you guys. But that song is the best. My top 5. Like, come on. When she did the Jamaican accent, it's so cute. Like, come on, I'm living for it. 6 Ways and Mamas. She was talking about Nick.
We
Yeah.
keeping it a classy party. We don't know him. Moving
Oh
on.
my
Moving
God.
We don't
on.
know
Moving
him.
on.
Anyways,
Let her cook. Let her
But it
cook.
was funny. It was funny
yeah,
though.
We definitely
exactly.
don't know Nick.
Exactly. And we keep it pushing. So anyways, is it Mariah or
I
Kenny?
think Mariah is next.
Okay.
I think the song is so fun, and her Jamaican accent is just so funny and cute. Like it's just a cute little song. I've listened to it every day since like last week because it's been stuck in my head. And yeah, that's all I have to say.
All right, now Kenny.
Yeah, I agree with everybody. I think it's just a fun, it's a fun song to listen to. She also proved that she's a psychic with He Brings the Drama, 6 Baby Mamas. So, I mean, Mariah's the GOAT.
The second coming of Jesus. Like, she's a prophet.
Period.
Prophecy fulfilled, if I must say so myself.
Michelle, you're up next.
Yeah, I agree with everybody. Except for those who don't like Mariah's Jamaican accent. Yeah, but I think she really slayed that, and
Not you
I
saying
love the way
slay.
Mariah knows. I
Thank you,
definitely said
Michelle.
slayed, and guess what? She did slay it, and she knows she slayed it because at the end, she threw in her iconic laugh in there. Because when she slays, she knows she does, and she'll throw her laugh on there. Period.
I think the only reason why I didn't mind the Jamaican accent is because she had a Jamaican artist on the song, so it didn't feel like, out of place. But yeah.
Susie replied and she said Cruise Control is mini version of Emotions. In what sense? Please elaborate for us.
Those two songs couldn't be more
Yeah, I
different. My
don't.
goodness.
I'm not hearing it. Please
That
Yeah,
reminds me
elaborate.
of
I don't
Yeah.
hear it.
whenever
Like, are you
May's
talking about
folklore says
lyrically,
that
or
that
because
other song was like
I
the
don't
little sister. I didn't get it.
know?
Yeah.
Lyrically, maybe, but sonically, no.
Okay, I think Guadalupe is up next.
Wait, Susie, I love you. You have a lover boy shirt on. Not too much on Susie though.
No,
Yeah,
we love
Susie, we
Susie. I
love her.
just want more
She's
explanation on why she
awesome.
thinks that, but all love for Susie. She's a very cool person. Next up is
I'm sorry,
Guadalupe.
but
Yeah, I thought the Cruise Control has nice lyrics. I like the fact that it talks about love, and it's like I think it was Mimi's Folklore that said that it was, or maybe it was Mariah that said that it's like taking the cruise control and letting your heart lead you. I agree with that point.
What were you gonna say, Mimi's Folklore? You had something you were gonna say.
I was just gonna say every time I see that lover boy shirt, it brings up like a lot of trauma, but that's beside the point.
Stargo says, I love that she spells it out. LMAO Cruise Control is cute. And I love it for you, period. All right, next up, we're going to move on to track number 4, which is I Stay in Love. All right, so that's going to be I Stay in Love. And this song just deserved more justice than it got. I will say, I know this had its single moment. I think the singles on this album should have been different, which is a whole different combo. But I love this song. I usually say another one of these songs is my favorite song on the album, but it usually is like, this is like top 2 for me. Like, this might be my favorite song on the album. Like, I always play this one. Like, if I want to play a song, off the album, I'm like, I have to go with this one. I just really like what she captured with this one. Is she trying to do We Belong Together Part 2? Yes, but she slid, so I will be allowing it. Like, she definitely ate this up. Like, I love her vocals on there. I love how it progresses. I love whenever she performed it live and such. I think the production is amazing as well. I can appreciate her songwriting on here. You know, everything on here just really clicks for me. I really, really love the song. And I feel like it never gets the appreciation that it deserves. And yeah.
Yes, I love I Stay in Love. And simultaneization, this is actually my favorite song on Einstein. Like, I am definitely one of the top I Stay in Love stands because just I love this song so much. If you look at my like Spotify like scrabbles, like I've listened to the song probably hundreds, if not thousands of times. Like, because this is just a song I always love to revisit whenever I listen to Einstein. Like obviously the song's so relatable in terms of the lyrics. It's like, you know, when you try to get over someone, but it's like, damn, you stay in love. It's like, what do you do? It's just like, yeah, no, I love this song, and I feel like it deserved to have like a "We Belong Together" 2.0, like part two, like moment. Like it deserved number one for like 50
Definitely,
weeks. Like I'm
definitely
sorry.
spill.
Yeah, and the music video is fun. Of course, certain people, of course, we don't acknowledge that are part of the video, but we keep it pushing. But no, yeah, no, but Mariah looks stunning, and
The
of
look
course,
for the music
when she
video
dressed as
8,
like a
period.
yeah, when she dressed as like a Vegas showgirl, I was like, oh my god, she
Breakdown T,
is devouring. Like, wow. Oh, I just love it. Too many good things to say about the song and video.
period. And next up is Mimi's Folklore.
Okay, I think this song is a good song, but for me, like, it will unfortunately forever live in the shadow if We Belong Together. Um, like Anastasia said, it is We Belong Together Part 2. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I feel like Angel's Cry was a better, you know, duplicate of We Belong Together than this one, but it's a good song.
Spill.
I mean, I think if anything, if she was gonna try like, so there's We Belong Together, there's I Stay in Love, and I think she tried to recreate it again with Inseparable off of the Memoirs album more than Angels Cry. I like Angels Cry though, I think it's a good song, but you know, that's some quick thoughts there. Really quickly, Susie
Yes,
wanted to like
sis.
expand upon the thought of saying that Cruise Control is the mini version of Emotions. So regarding that, she says, not vocally, but lyrically, it's something about him making me hot. You got me feeling emotions. I like the way it feels inside. So it's kind of like connecting it. So you have that. So I definitely see, you know, where you're coming from with that, Susie. So I will say that. I believe you can go next, Michaela.
Wait, I have a quick thought.
What's your
I'm
thought?
sorry. This whole like We Belong Together, I Stay in Love situation reminds me of how Evermore Always Gets Paid does because Folklore is just better. I'm sorry.
One thing about you, you're gonna find a
That's
way to
all.
bring up Miss Swift. Those albums did
Oh,
eat
I
though.
will.
Period. Now moving on to Michaela.
I just wanted to say I love how Susie was explaining and then she put the lamb emoji at the end of her explanation because she said don't play with her. So period, we love that. Also I just want to say I'm so glad y'all like this song too because I feel that way too. Like it is really cute and I just feel like it's a classic Mariah song. Like I love the very romantic lyrics, the light little melodies and the light little like instrumental or production. I just feel like it's such a cute little Mariah song, so I'm glad that everybody likes it.
Period. I think Michelle is next.
Yeah, I would agree with everybody. As far as um, I don't know if I would say it was a follow up to We Belong Together because I really always feel like You're Mine Eternal is the sister song of that. But I Stay in Love is it's really such a good song. The whole album, I really feel like her main purpose was like love and forgiveness of this album, and I don't know. I just love this song.
Exactly. I really liked hearing your perspective. I believe that Kenny is next.
So my favorite part of this song is her vocals, just the way that she's singing in that whisper tone, and then at the end how she layers her belting and also singing the whisper tone and also just singing normal, like her chest, and then blending those together. She just goes off at the end. So those are my favorite parts about this song.
Yes, I loved hearing you break it down vocally and like all the parts. Like her vocals are definitely so intricate. So I really agree with that, Kenny. Just amazing to, you know, think about it. It's like a master at work and you know her vocal layering is definitely something that needs to be studied. I think Octavia should be next.
Okay. Okay. So this song, I Stay in Love, it make me cry too much. It's like it's not my favorite, but I will play it through. And I love the music video because it's just like Breakdown, and she looked gorgeous. But like I said, this song is hard to listen to without crying. So my emotions go high when I listen to this.
Yeah, a lot of Mariah songs can hit deep for sure. Just wow, this song really is a masterpiece. Like, I'm sorry, like she just really ate. And I think that Jimmy is going to be next.
We're talking about I Stay in Love, right?
Yeah.
Okay. First of all, about this album, I'm just gonna pop in real quick because I'm at work. But about this album, I wanted to say she's really happy. Like, she's truly happy. She was like really in love in this era, and that's what I liked about it. And I Stay in Love in particular, I love how she like that is an F, like that's an F5 that she's holding, and she does it so effortlessly, and even in the live performances, and I just love that about it. But yeah, I did like the music video. I like how there's like an explosion in the background, right? At one scene. Um, and yeah, she was just really happy, and I'm glad she was doing what she wanted to do. And in fact, I think MC16, I'd like to see her do more of that, like, like that kind of vibe, equals MC², where it's like carefree, like, I don't really care about what, like, my expectations are. I'm just going to do an album where, I don't know how to say it, like how she's just,
Just
Be
having
able
unafraid.
to let
fun,
loose and
just
like
having
have
fun,
fun.
something for the summertime, something for the girls, dirty and potty
Exactly.
too.
So
Like,
real for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, love that. And of course, I love her AMA's performance of I Stay in Love in
yeah,
2008
she
because she
ate.
really devoured. My gosh, like I remember that real time. That was just a blast.
Period. I think Guadalupe is next.
Yes, well, I agree with all of you guys that this song is pretty a good song, and I also think that I guess it's saying that it's difficult to let go of a significant other. Those are my thoughts.
All right, next up, we're going to be moving on to track number 5, which is going to be Side Effects featuring Jeezy. Okay, so my thoughts on Side Effects, a more personal record for her. It's interesting to have that juxtaposition of like the more personal lyrics up against the production and stuff like that. Definitely something that was fitting for time in terms of the production aspects about it. And yeah, she's basically just talking about her situation with Tommy and everything that she went through in that regard. We know he was very controlling of not only her career, but the imaging and such, and just like she really went through the ringer with him, and just he was abusive in several aspects. And she's just saying it took a lot of strength for me to leave. And in her book she was talking about that, and there was like a lot that really went into that, and the power that he had over the label and such. So yeah, it took a lot. She said, don't regret it, but I still live with the side effects, and just being so honest and vulnerable and candid. I really appreciate that part about like the lyrical sentiments. So I think that's very important on the song. I like Jeezy on the song. It might have been something that had to like grow on me, maybe the song in general, maybe his parts, I don't know, but I honestly don't mind him in a song. Like, it doesn't really bother me particularly, and I really can appreciate the production parts, the vocals ate. So yeah, I think that this is a great song. I feel like it doesn't get enough appreciation on the album, I will say that. So I personally enjoy it, and her vulnerability at this time with this specific record, and it's great.
I love Side Effects. It's just such a great record. Like I love like Anastasia said, the juxtaposition between like the beat production, of course, the very like raw personal lyrics, like the way that she was able to have it fit so effectively. I love her for that, and of course, I love that it's become an anthem for those that have like been in abusive like relationships but have been able to get out and show that they can find the strength to walk away, even though of course they still deal with the side effects of like the relationship that they were in, and the like torment that their partners put them through, but they were able to survive. And I just love that so much. Like, it's crazy how like inspirational and healing Mariah's music is, but in Side Effects is no different. And I love Jeezy's part. I think he did really good. And yeah, no, like it's a song I definitely hold in high regards, and I love revisiting every time I listen to Einstein.
Okay. I know that this song is not, very popular with a lot of lambs, but personally I really love it. It's one of her best works lyrically. It's giving petals in a lot of ways, even though the production is not. I used to have an issue with the production of this song, but now that I'm thinking about it, like, I think a lot of people wanted it to be like some sort of piano ballad or just a slower song. But I think it's perfect just the way it is. I feel like there's a haunting sound to it, like, even though the production is upbeat, and it really embodies this idea of like, because it doesn't make sense for it to be a ballad because she's not singing about a sort of pain that is fresh. It's kind of like something that continues to live with you, and you gotta keep it pushing and move on, but it still lingers. So it just makes sense for it not to be a ballad. I don't know if I'm making sense. But I really like it. If you've been in any abusive situation or if you've experienced any trauma, this song is it.
Yeah, I really enjoyed your analysis of it and like kind of going in and saying like why you think it fits for the production and that it's something that, you still carry through and all that stuff. And yeah, so I really appreciate that. I think it was a really interesting way to think of the song, so I'll say that. I believe that Michaela is next.
Oh God. So I know that this is not a popular opinion, but I cannot stand this song and I don't like it. I feel like it deserved way more. Like, for the subject matter and the actual lyrics, it deserved way more than just like a young Jeezy feature. And then like the production, it deserved way better production. It deserved to not have young Jeezy on it, like his haha and like shit in the background, like it's not needed. So yeah, the song is just disappointing because
Who is
lyrically it
an
seems like it's,
ideal feature for you, Michaela, on this song?
I feel like it shouldn't have had any feature. Like, it shouldn't have had any feature in my opinion, but definitely not like Jeezy.
Yeah, I remember we talked about this on the space that you hosted on this album, Michaela. And Michaela's a great Spaces host, by the way. You guys should check out her stuff and her YouTube videos and such. Throw that in the Jumbotron. Promo moments, and she inspired me to start speaking in Spaces. But she said she would have preferred a more like stripped back version of the song. So a piano version of the song definitely would be different, and switching it up and stuff like that. So
Or even
I
some
can say that.
R&B, like Butterfly style, like some R&B or
Yeah,
something.
I
But
could see
like,
that. Yeah, so I'll say that. I believe Michelle is next.
I disagree. Again, I know this is not a popular song within the Lambs, but just as Migrate, this is probably one of my top songs that I listen to. Um, so, if you were around back then and you knew what Mariah went through with Tommy and this and that, you didn't know the extent of it. She spoke briefly about things. She wasn't so open about it back then. And then this song came out, and it was like, wow! Like, you listen to the lyrics, like he really was trying to keep her under his thumb, like hidden away, because she was destined to become a star, and that was probably his biggest fear and why he did it. He knew that she was going to be way more that he could even imagine, and yeah, I just like the song. I like the way it was put together, and that's about it.
Yes, I loved your analysis of it, Michelle, and I appreciate the detail that you put in, so I will say that. I believe Octavia was next.
I didn't like this song at first, and you guys know why. Because uh, the person that was featured on it, it wasn't because of Mariah or anything. But now it doesn't have to be about relationships. It can be about any relationship. Now I relate to the song going with what I've been through with abuse with my family. I can really relate to this song, and this song is going in my playlist because people can be shit, pieces of shit, and the way he treated her, I still want to punch him.
Period. Michaela had something she wanted to say.
if Kenny wants to go, he can definitely go. because he was next.
Yeah, I was gonna bring him up next anyway. Kenny, it's your time to shine.
I just really like about this song that Mariah really gives us a glimpse into what she's going through, and I think this is what makes the whole Mariah Carey album what it is, right? She can have those fun, playful songs, and she can do fun songs and everything, but then she can bring it back and be so raw and vulnerable with everybody, and just allow her just to get a glimpse of what she went through. And I think that's what makes her relatable as a songwriter, is because there are people that went through abuse and that can relate to the lyrics of the song and bring it and they're able to like tie it into what they're going through. So I don't know, I just really appreciate the song in that aspect.
Exactly, Kenny. I really appreciate how, open she is in her lyrics and stuff. And a lot of people don't know that she is a songwriter and just how amazing that she is at her craft. And there's a reason why she was inducted into the Songwriters Hall of Fame. It's too late for that. She should have been inducted earlier, but I digress. But yeah, just, you can relate to so many different Mariah songs in so many different ways. So I appreciate that aspect about it as well. I believe Chris is next.
Hi, everybody. It's nice
Wait, I
seeing
didn't
you
get to
here.
say what I was gonna say.
Let
My
Chris
bad,
speak
Michaela.
first and then you go.
No. Michaela should go first. I'm really sorry. Go ahead, please.
Hey, Chris.
Wait, but now I feel bitchy.
No, just say it. Like,
I was just gonna ask a question. Like, do you guys feel like you would like to see this song like stripped down more, or is it like y'all like the beat and everything with the lyrics? Like, you don't see where I'm coming from at all a little bit?
I
I
can see
like the
where
original
you're coming
version of the
from
song.
a little bit, but
Um,
it's perfect the way
it's
it
perfect the way it is. Like, if Mariah wants to do like a stripped back version for like a live performance, I would not mind. If she wants to do that, that's up to her. But yeah, I like the original production, and sometimes things are best kept the way they are.
yeah, I can see where you're coming from, like I was saying earlier, but I don't mind it as is, and that's my personal thoughts in regards to that.
That makes sense.
I agree with you, Michaela, in the sense that because the lyrics are so raw, it would be cool to see that R&B spin on it, kind of like you said with Butterfly, with like Breakdown and the Roof, something along those lines. But I really do appreciate like what she did with the song. So, but I do agree with you.
I I would appreciate like an alternative version, but I don't want her like I like the song as is, but I would like an R&B remix or something, you know? That would ease.
I meant like originally, not
Um
like a remix, but originally
no.
if she did something like
I surprisingly like the production of the song. It's really haunting and like it really embodies like that anxiety that she's feeling. Like I don't know how to explain it, but it just works for me.
Yeah, I can see what you're saying with that aspect, and I like how you explain it and stuff. It's probably just like chord progressions, and certain chord progressions really take you to a certain place. So I can see that for sure. And now on to Chris.
Hi, everybody. Sorry for interrupting you, Michaela. It is nice seeing you on the celebratory space for Equals MC², and I'm really glad to be here. So I'm really sorry for being also a little bit messy. I wanted to ask because like my internet cut off. Are we still talking about like the album and some tracks of it, or
Yeah,
something
we're talking
specific for me?
about she was asking like
Over
one question, that like little side question on the song, but we're talking about track 5 side effects right now. So if you want to share your thoughts on that, Chris.
on side effects.
Yes.
Um, well, this song, like the side effect, the song itself, I mean, I like it. It is, this album definitely has some deep lyricism, and it did incorporate like all that into a fun like beat in a catchy way. I love the song, and I love the fact that she was not afraid to express herself with this track off this album, and that it helped her in some way emancipate, because this is the meaning of the album, like emancipation to the second power. And she some way went a little more personal with this album, if this has not been said before. Um, she did go a little more personal, a little more into her life with different tracks, especially with this one. I do agree. I would love to see like an alternate version on this, but I also like it as it is. It is just it didn't age. It didn't age at all. I still love it. It's still up to date. It's very catchy, and I like the message that it brings. So yeah, it's a beautiful song. She did a good job on the production of this one, and yeah, it was a server overall.
Period, Chris. And maybe Folklore had something to say.
I also want to say that it's so iconic that this very personal track is track 5 on the album. If you know, you know.
Not the Taylor Swift tie-in, please. All right, next up is Guadalupe.
Yeah, I thought side effects. I like the way she describes herself as a strong woman that leaves a bad relationship and walks away, but has to deal with the side effects.
Exactly. And now we will be moving on to track number 6, I'm That Chick. Alright, so that's I'm That Chick, aka one of the best songs on this album, period. And so I think it's a really cool song. Kind of gives those disco vibes, kind of gives like roller skating, like think about Blow by Beyonce. Um, which is one of my favorite songs by her. Definitely the best song on her self-titled album, in my personal opinion. And so I will definitely say that. But yeah, definitely roller skating, vibes. I know you don't like Blow because you're tasteless, Jay, but some of us actually, have taste. But we move on.
Taste is
So
subjective, anyways.
anyways, moving on. So yeah, it just really gives roller skating vibes. So I'd really love to see what a music video for this would have looked like. I just imagine it at the roller rink. So that would have ate. But her vocals on here are amazing. Really love them. Really fun to listen to. Really nice with the vocal delivery. I love the lyrics on here as well. The sentiments of the song. It just like makes you feel really good to listen to. I love the production on here. I love the sample that she did. I believe it's Michael Jackson Off the Wall. So I like how that was incorporated in that as well. So yeah, everything about the song just really knocks. Again, one of the best songs in the album, and she just ate, and that's it.
Yeah, I love I'm That Chick. It's definitely nice, a fun roller rink song that like a song you can play, while you're roller skating. Like it's just so anthemic, so fun, like such a vibe. Like honestly, I get in such a good mood every time I hear the song, and definitely a song I do love to revisit every time. Well, it's not like high like in my ranking for Einstein. Like it's still like a song I really do enjoy. And like, hey, if Michelle, if you want to duet this song with me at karaoke, then you're more than welcome to. Yeah, because no, it's just a fun song. You just got a vibe when you listen to the song. Because why not?
Okay, this is my song, okay? I love this song to death. Like, this is probably the song that I replay the most on this album right after Touch My Body. And sometimes, like, I just start like singing it out of nowhere. It just pops in my head, and I'm like, wow, this is a really good song. I love the shout out to Biggie and Tupac in this song. I love the lyrics, and um I really love this genre of like songs by Mariah and honestly any female artist where they're talking about how fly they are, because honestly being a woman is such a slay. And I really, really, really love this song.
Period. And yeah, I really like that you was mentioning those references and stuff. I think that those were cool as well. And I love a good, little pop culture reference. So she definitely ate with that. I'll say that. I believe that Michaela is actually next.
I just want to say I really love I'm That Chick. It's just a simple, cute, girly song. And I love how 70s it sounds because I love 70s music. And it's just really relaxing, soothing, cute, and girly. Like, we love the 70s reference. Love it so much.
Period. This song just aged so well. I love when something has like that retro feel or something, but it doesn't feel like old in a bad way. Like it just aged so nicely. So I definitely appreciate that about the song. So I will say that. And next up, I believe was Octavia.
I quote this song hard. Reference this song very hard. I love this song. Top 5, number 3 in my playlist. I play this song more than I play Touch My Body even though I love Touch My Body, this song is a bop.
No,
Like,
this song
come
has
on.
true like TikTok like viral
Yes,
It
sensation
it
really does. They
does.
need to get on the roller
potential.
rink now. I'm sorry. When Usher gets on the roller rink every week like he always does, throw the song in the background. That's all I'm saying. Like, I need the song to go viral. I'm sorry. Like, she just kind of slid.
Not Usher roller skating
Yeah,
to
He
on that.
always
ice
does. He
cream.
always does. Throw it on in the back. Like, let's get it to go viral, period. And yeah. So I
I
love
love
your
when she
passion,
say,
Octavia.
got flavor like ice cream. Yes!
Period. A. We love it. We love it. And next up, I think was actually Chris.
Yes, thank you. I really, really loved Octavia's energy. It was like, this is my song. And I really feel it. I've been streaming it a lot lately. It's such a bop, and she was so funny on this track. Like, Mother was giving McDonald's ice cream when the like ice cream machine was actually working, you know? Like
You ate Chris.
like she was definitely serving. It's just so funny. It has like this album overall, it is in some way it has so much potential to like go viral on TikTok, and yet I'm like waiting for that to happen each and every day, because there's a lot of tracks on this album that are like fire and like very like, I don't know, TikTokable, I guess, and we are waiting for that. Um, she ate on this one, and it's just like one of those cute bops. It's not like, let's say, let's compare it like diva. It's not like self empowerment, but it's like a cute bop. Like, to start my day, I'm feeling fly, I'm feeling cute, I'm feeling hot. I'm this lady walking down the street looking like, serving cunt. So that's her. That's Mariah on this track.
No, your analysis ate Chris as always. You're like really entertaining and just like so thorough. So I really appreciate you. I was cracking up in the best way. So really love it. I think Michelle was actually next.
Yeah, I agree with Chris. It's definitely a bop. Mariah's in her confidence bag, talking about she's that chick, and she's absolutely right with that. And I love the song overall, and it actually samples one of my favorite Michael Jackson songs, "Off the Wall," so it makes it even better. So that's my take.
Period. I think Kenny's next. Kenny, you
You,
still with us?
you
Like,
still there, Kenny?
Oh, sorry, I was doing that again with the mute. I just really like the juxtaposition with this song, right? It's so funny. You get this really girly song, but in the same way, the lyrics are referencing hip hop. You got the Biggie, you got the Pac, and then you got like her talking about 420. So it's just really funny. Just again, those Mariah like lyrics that in her pen game, and it's just her. You get the diva, but then you also get the hip hop lover. So I really appreciate the juxtaposition with that song.
yes, I loved you bringing that up. And Brandon was saying something in the Jumbotron. He said, I love how in I'm Not Chick, she compares herself to weed and how you're raining to blaze up and taste her. And she has flavors like ice cream. She has trains for days, and those boys are addicted. Period, Brandon. We really do love to see it. And then Stargirl said that the off the wall sample being the bridge is so iconic, and we love to see that as well. And I think next up is going to be Glitter.
Hi, I'm sorry I'm late. I'm really sad because this is one of my favorite albums ever. But yeah, I love I'm That Chick. Kenny literally took part of what I was gonna say right out of my mouth. So you are,
I'm glad he
yeah,
did.
no, like with the Biggie and Tupac thing and the interpolating Michael, and yeah, like Off the Wall came out in 1979, so it, for me that's like an 80s vibe because it was already, the end of the decade. But yeah, no, I love it so much. As somebody who doesn't smoke weed, I'm like, girl, you are way better than that. But anyway, so we'll go with the ice cream association. But am I allowed to like go back and talk about like some of the songs I missed?
I think for the purpose of time, I think we're at the like go through with the checks that we're already on. But if there's time at the end, we can see if we can fit in your analysis
That's
for
cool.
the
All
other
I
tracks.
wanted to
Okay.
say really quick was I Stay in Love is one of my favorite songs of all time, and that's it.
Period. Period. So real.
I think Stargirl is next.
Okay, hi. I just want to say, I was listening to this album on the way to my aunt's house today, and it just is coincidence. Anyways, I had to speak because I love this track and the bass line and the bridge and everything. It's just such a vibe. And it's the one song that if I want to give like a Mariah song to somebody, this is one of them because it's just so easy to get people into. Like, yeah, that's all I got to say because y'all spoke about everything else.
Period, Star Girl. Thank you for speaking. Yeah, I definitely agree. This is definitely a track to get people into Mariah. If, there's like some like, nice groovy tracks that you want people to instantly get hooked to. This will be one of them. So I
Exactly,
agree.
exactly.
This is such a good pick. Like, you have taste for real. Like, I love when people recommend a good, deep cut and something like that. So you actually ate with recommending this. So we appreciate that so much. I think Guadalupe is next.
Yeah, I just agree with all of you guys saying that this song "I'm That Chick" is a bop and it's a feel good song.
Exactly, exactly. I'm glad we're all on the same page for this banger. We love to see it. Now we're going to go on to track 7, which is Love Story. Okay, so my thoughts on Love Story. This is one of my least favorite songs on the album. Why do you ask? I just find it boring. There's nothing. I mean, the vocals definitely ate. She will always eat the vocals, and that's period. Like, it's Mariah Carey, one of the best singers of all time. Like, get into it. Vocals definitely ate. But it's just very like boring for me to get through. Like, I don't like the song. Like, I don't know what else to say. Like, it's just not very redeeming itself for me personally. So yeah, not personally my jam. This is going to be a skip on the album for me personally. And that's it. That's all I can really say about it. And yeah.
Yeah. So for me, for Love Story, I don't really care for the song either. I don't know why. It's just the production. I'm not saying, like I said, you don't have to have the most grandiose production to have like, the best production or whatever. But like, I don't know, just the production doesn't take off for me in the way that I want to. And it's just, I don't know, like Mariah's vocals also ate because, mother vocalist, because we know that already. But it's just, I don't know, just the song doesn't take off for me in the way that I want to. And like, I'm going to take over Anastasia's parts when she like drags songs. Because Mariah said there'll be no end to this love story. I disagree. This love story has to come to an end.
Period.
No, but love the Einstein album. Don't worry. Like, I'm the realest lamb out there. But I had to get my thoughts on this song now.
And this is why Jay is my brother in Christ. Period.
Yeah. All right, Michaela, go right ahead.
I have nothing to say. We can move on to someone else who wants to speak on the song.
Period.
Raise your hands if you want to speak.
They don't want to, so we should move on.
Oh,
Damn it.
Okay. 2 people want to raise their hands.
Okay, we'll do Glitter Bomb first.
Okay.
Hi, I just want to say, y'all are the tasteless twins, and that's cool. We love you.
Period. All I need is Jay stepping with me.
It's fine. That song is so like swoon worthy and romantic, and I love it. And I feel like maybe you need to have like a moment where you're kind of like feeling that way about somebody to get it. But
I'm heartless. I feel nothing.
yeah,
Please, not your
apparently.
heartless.
But yeah, no, it's just it's such a like bop and cute and swoon worthy at the same time. And also like I love her like performance that she did that was like super rare. And I think it is the better of the love story songs. And yeah, so I don't know why y'all are always like, shitting on songs together, but we love you. But we also love the
Recognize real. Period.
song.
Like,
So I don't know.
Thank you for giving your thoughts, Glitter. I'm glad you like the song.
I think Kenny's next.
I'll keep it short since you guys aren't fans of the song. But I just really like the imagery in the song, just the way that she writes out the lyrics. It just really paints a picture of this love story that she's singing about. So
Exactly, the storytelling, visual storytelling.
Next up is Octavia.
It's okay that you guys don't like the song. I still love you. You're my brother and sister. But this is my ringtone. Come on.
Taste.
This song is so romantic. I would when I get another boyfriend, I will play this for
Yes,
him.
girl.
Like literally, this is my favorite song. Like I love when she says, Hey baby, let's be up to date. Like literally, Mariah ate on this song. I don't like the music video because that man, but she looks beautiful. But I just don't like the video because he's in it. But I love this song.
I appreciate your enthusiasm so much on this record, Octavia. I will say that. Also, another reason that I don't like this song that I forgot to say is it just feels like ridiculously bland to me. Like, you know, some of her songs personally feel that way to me. Like, When I Saw You. I do listen to that song occasionally because she did eat with the vocals. Like, again, one of the best things of all time. Like, let's get into it. But it's just, like, very ridiculously bland to me. Like, it's just,
Yeah, and
like,
then the
not really
song, like,
giving,
yeah,
like,
and then Love Story is also very dated to me. That's why I don't revisit it much at all.
I'm kind of
period.
shocked that y'all feel this
But
way
do
because y'all love
but do
Daydream. Like, I'm
you
not
Oh,
saying
guys
that this
like
Okay,
is
we
not the
love
like
Daydream.
Daydream Slender Michaela. Not
no,
too
no, no,
much.
no, no,
Daydream top
no.
2.
I'm not
Like,
saying that. I'm just saying I'm shocked because y'all said this song is bland, but you like Daydream. Like
she ate
Oh,
Daydream's
on
not
Daydream's not
Daydream.
bland,
bland,
but
She
though.
ate on
it's
Daydream,
not
period.
glitter
Period.
or charm
Some people
Exactly.
bracelet.
see the vision and some people
wait
don't. We love Glitter and Charm Bracelet, but Daydream did eat, so I will
Yeah.
say
All right,
that.
and then Michelle has her hand up next.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I like the song. I can appreciate the way Mariah felt at the time when she was writing it. I love that she was happy and feeling the moment, and I just love everything that the song is about. Like Octavia says, I prefer not to watch the video because I don't know him, but yeah. So the song I do like. It's definitely one of those that I listen to a lot. Um, on this album because I listen to this album a lot. It's my most rotated album in Mariah's catalog. Yeah, I could just appreciate how she was feeling at the time when she wrote this song.
Thank you for
Yes,
giving us your
Michelle, go
thoughts.
off.
Guys,
Yeah.
Period.
there's no music video to this, is there?
Yeah,
yes.
there
Yeah.
No,
is.
not for us. Not
It's
for
with
no.
Oh, in our
it's
eyes, we don't
it's it's with
acknowledge it.
the
We don't
Yeah,
not
that
acknowledge
and we
it.
don't
Okay.
okay.
And
acknowledge
now
it.
we
That's
will
not
be
this song.
transitioning onto Heartstopperaya,
The
and that
guy
song,
that we don't
period.
know.
Like,
Exactly.
Heartstopperaya, it's your time.
Okay, so this song I used to hate it because my crush left me for a girl, but in college. But I like
Ooh.
the song. The lyrics are good. The vocals are spot on. I lost my virginity to this song. Like this is giving a lot of vocal moments
Oh.
and a lot of emotions. Well, I'm just kidding about that, but
Oh.
yeah,
I
it's
mean,
a
you could
really
have. It's
good
on my
song.
playlist.
It's a really good song. It's a good song to karaoke to in Vegas. This is on the playlist on repeat, you know. I love the whole album. It fits in with the theme. You know, I can't say enough about this song and the rest on Einstein. And that's it.
Thank you for
Period.
sharing your thoughts, Hot
Heartstopperaya.
Raya, and
Scorpio
thanks for
King
giving us that
Rise.
fun factoid.
Period. Period.
And then now, Star Girl, are you
Okay,
ready to speak?
okay, okay. I will say this. I didn't like this song at first either, and I'd heard the stripped down version, I think from like VH1 or whatever that video is from. And like last year, I got really into it because of it. Like that "Boy Meets Girl" keeps getting stuck in my head, and I think it forced me to like that song.
Oh, you slay with that vocal. You
Yes,
ate.
come through with the tone. Oh my gosh.
Okay, Mariah
No,
Jr.
no, I got you
Mariah
covered.
Period.
I got you covered.
Jr.
But this album, like it took me a while to get into it. Like it used to be bottom for me. Like now it's like at the top. It kind of grew on me, and this song is kind of up there now. I don't know what it is, but I do kind of get like it is a little bland. It doesn't have that build up, I feel like, that other songs do, but it does have its moment, I think, in this album, at least a little bit.
Now I want to
Period.
re-listen because she said about that part. I feel like that part's
It
interesting. I need to like
solidifies
re-listen to
the
it.
vocals for me, like that tone, something about it.
Period. Thank you for sharing your thoughts, and of course, loved hearing your voice. Now you come through with the tone. Yeah, if you ever want to sing with me and Mimi's Folklore on a space, you're more than welcome to.
I will. Just invite me.
Period. The
Um,
invitation's always open.
you guys. So if she slowed it down, it was the VH1 one. I like that one too. If she did that version, would y'all liked it?
No.
Yes.
I would have more of an appreciation for it, but I don't know. Maybe my thoughts would still be the same, but I don't know. It's just
That's
Yeah.
understandable. You
Yeah.
don't have to like everything.
Great gowns, beautiful gowns.
Oh my god.
That's what I can say.
Wild.
And now we're on to Guadalupe.
All right, Guadalupe.
Yeah, so I have to agree with most of the guys here that say that it's love story, right? So love story. I really this lyric was stuck out when the song says this ain't no fairy tale or fiction. This is truly ours for all eternity, and I thought it was a good song. I don't know why you guys don't like it.
Yeah.
Well, we've
Hey, we
stated why we don't like it. It's just not our jam. We
no,
have
not
other
jamming. It's
moments to
okay.
get to, and hey, like everybody has their songs that they care
It's
for
okay.
and songs that they don't. I mean, it is what it is. Everyone will have varying opinions, and we'll move on to
We
Octavia's
love
final
diversity of
thoughts.
opinions.
Yes.
You had your hand raised still. I thought you had something to say.
Oh, I still had it. I'm sorry.
Oh no, it's all good.
It's all good. So
Yeah.
if
But
anyone wants to
like
say anything
I
else,
said,
we'll
you
go right
guys
ahead.
don't have to like every song. I still love you though.
Period. Taste
Exactly. Thank
queen,
you.
taste queen, and we have a lot of songs that we both love, Octavia. So that's what counts. Period.
Exactly, because we
Yeah.
have way more songs that we love than the songs that we're not fond of. But it's okay, because at the end of the day, we
Everybody has
know
their own opinions. Period.
because no one's touching Mariah discography at the end of the day, like we
Yeah,
said.
let's
Period.
move on to the next.
Yes, we will. We will. We will. Okay, now we're on to track number 8, which is "I'll Be Loving You a Long Time." Okay, so my thoughts on this. Another one of the
Hold
best
up,
songs
you
on
ended
this
that kind of
album.
early.
No, I ended it too late, in fact, but that's beside the point. So definitely did eat. Um, it's no shade. It's no shade. It's just,
For
yeah,
copyright.
yeah. Well, I'm gonna have to edit this for copyright anyways. It's no shade. This is one of my favorite songs off the album. It's just I have certain specific parts where it's better to end it. Sometimes it's easier to play it longer. It depends on what they have for the snippet of the song, but that's beside the point. Anyways, one of the best songs in the album, definitely 8. I can definitely say that. The vocals on here are exquisite. I love how intricate it is in terms of that, especially whenever she performed this live. I believe it was like the Teen Choice Award or the Kid Choice Award, something like that. And she did all those whistles like at
Yeah, the
that
Teen
like
Choice
part.
Awards.
Yeah, she ate like one of the best vocals of all time. Like, let's get into that moment. So I appreciate that about it. But the vocals on here are amazing, especially if you've ever heard the song a cappella. Amazing, amazing. So I will say that about it. I really love it, and I really love the sample on the song. I believe that it's "Stay With Me" by DeBarge. I believe that's what it is, and if it's not that, then I know that it is a DeBarge song, so hopefully it's that one. So I appreciate how that was incorporated. I think it's really, really, really fun. Like, I cannot stress it enough. Sometimes you need to listen to something to give you joy, and that's what this song does for me every time, puts a smile on my face. So I
Yeah,
love that about it. I love the production moments and everything, just everything about the song. 8, one of the best songs on this album. I cannot speak its praises highly enough, like, just DeBarge, and that's period.
exactly. Yeah, so the hook does sample DeBarge's song "Stay with Me," so you're right. Yeah, but anyways, this song I love. "I'll Be Loving You a Long Time." I just get in the most bright, bubbly, and like happy mood every time I hear this song. It's just like it's another song I like to play when I want to feel lovey dovey and just in the brightest, happiest mood. So I just love this song, and of course love Mariah's like vocals and how light and like airy they are.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry if you guys can hear these ratchet ass dogs in the background, but I just want to say that this song is one of the best ones on this album and it's amazing. I don't even know what to say because really everybody else said it all, but yeah, it's definitely top 5 on the album. Oh, I was going to say that it deserves the same attention as It's a Rap in my opinion. Like, I feel like it is that good and it's just such a beautiful song. I'm so thankful that she put this on the album because it was needed, period.
Exactly, exactly. I think next up we'll have Michelle.
Oh, did I have my hand up? I didn't realize I did.
No, I don't think anyone did. I just
I
went
did.
with you.
Oh, I didn't. But again, this is one of those songs that it's a fun-loving song. Her vocals are great on it, and she's again in that whole love theme, and it's a song you gotta appreciate because of her feelings and how happy she was at the moment. So that's my take.
Period, period. And then next up we will do Stargirl.
I'll just get out of the way. I love this song and the whistles. I wish the whistles were in this version, like the regular version. This song is literally like if summer was like a song, it would be this song. That's what I have to say.
Yes.
Yeah, and the video was released in July of 2008, coincidentally enough. So of course,
Really?
yeah.
Wow.
So it's a summer jam.
It really is. This whole album, but this song, yeah.
Yes.
Yes, this perfectly encapsulates summer. I definitely agree. Loved hearing your insight. I believe Glitter was next.
Yeah, and even the sorry for the background vocals again. He's fine. But yeah, even the music video is very, very summery. But I love their remix too. I think T.I.'s verse is so cute. Like, I don't know. I love romantic raps. So like, I don't know. I know
I'm
Anastasia,
glad you
you
like the
like disapprove
remix.
of like literally every like rap that I like, but no, like I love it so much and it's such a bop. And the whole like this whole album, it's very much like the Emancipation of Mimi when I was saying that, you know, like you want to like cruise in your car and just like have the windows down and bump it. And this is definitely one of those.
Period. I will say I haven't listened to the version with T.I. because I don't care to listen to it and he's not seeing heaven, but that's beside the point. Next up is going to be
Yeah,
Paulo.
I've heard the remix and it's not worth listening to, in my opinion. But hey, Mariah devoured solo.
Neither is that young Jeezy track, but we're gonna move on.
And now we're on to Paulo. We're letting Real speak.
Yeah, I think I'll Be Loving You a long time is my favorite song in E, and I think the best performance during that era was during the MTV Music Video Awards in Japan. I think the one with the whistles. Yeah, so I think I wish it was bigger. It could have worked also, in my opinion. Don't bash me on this, as a lead single because it's a good up tempo. It makes me happy. So yeah, it's and the whistles during the live versions where I listened to the version of the whistles. I created my own edit with that one. So yeah.
Period. If you posted it on YouTube, please put it in the Dramatron so we can listen to
Yeah,
it
yeah,
because that
sure.
sounds nice. All right, next up is going to be Octavia.
Okay, you guys understand. You will understand this is not one of my favorites, but it's not a skip. I still play it, but I love the music video. She look adorable and sexy. How can you not? Like, dude, she questioned my sexuality and I'm straight. Like, literally, she looked gorgeous in that music video, but the song is not my favorite. But hey, we all have our favorites, and we all have the ones that we don't like. So,
And that's
but,
okay.
but her vocals, I have to say 8, but still not my favorite.
Period. And Heartstopper Raya, I believe, is next.
I don't have much to say about this song, but I do like it. Um, I think it's just like a fun, like everyone said, a fun summer song. You sing along to your friends when you're having a good time. It's a song that you play to like uplift your mood when you're feeling sad. Like that's what I get from this song.
Period. And next up, we will do Kenny.
I don't really have anything to say. I agree with everybody.
Next up is Guadalupe.
So yeah, I just think that everyone's right, especially when they say that "I'll Be Loving You a Long Time" is a good song. And one of the lyrics that sticks out to me is when she sings, "Our love is stronger than any drug. Addicted, just can't get enough." Those are my thoughts.
Period. I really like the bridge of the song. It might be my favorite part of it. Just the way everything progresses is really satisfying sonically. So I will say that about the song. I really appreciate it. Like I said, one of my favorites. Now we're going to move on to track 9, which is Last Kiss. Okay, so my thoughts on this song. I feel like it's one that really grew on me as I listened to the album more. I don't remember being particularly fond of it, when I first listened to the album. But the more that I listen to it, I'm like, I really do enjoy the song. So I can say I appreciate it in that respect. Vocals are great. Appreciate, you know, the lyrical sentiments and stuff like that. Great writer, as we've discussed. I like the production on it. So it's cute. I appreciate it for what it is. It's mainly a track I listen to in context of the album. Like, I don't search this song out, you know, by itself, but I appreciate it for what it is. I think it's a good record.
I love Last Kiss. It's such a cute song. Like, I just, you know, a song.
You cut out bad, Jay. I cannot hear anything that you're saying. You might have to step down and come back up. I cannot hear anything you're saying. Oh my gosh. While we're getting that fixed, Michaela, you want to go next?
It's not alright. Like, I don't hate it. I don't love it. It's alright.
All right, next up, we will go on to Octavia.
Hey, I don't hate it or love it, but it's not a skip either. But JD, yeah, I do get annoyed with this song sometimes, but I pretend like he's not there. Like I said, with Get Your Number, I pretend like he's not there.
Like I said, I still don't know how you pretend he ain't on Get Your Number. He is so ever
He's
present
so
on that
loud.
track, but
Yeah.
I commend
Oh, yeah,
you.
but
You
oh
kind of
my
ate with
gosh, my
that.
On
internet cut
Get Your
out.
Number, he's louder. On this track, he's loud.
On Get Your
Oh my
Number,
gosh, my internet
for
cut out.
sure.
I'm so
He's very
sorry.
ever
Literally
present.
so loud.
Like,
Yeah.
but like I said, it's not a skip, but it's not a love either. Her vocals are beautiful. I love it, but you know, not my fave.
It's okay. Yeah, Anastasia, my internet cut out. So at one point did I leave off on before I got
Pretty much the whole thing if you want
Yeah,
to start over.
you didn't really get to get cooking. Like you said like two words and then you cut out. So
shoot.
yeah, just
Okay,
Yeah,
start
so let
over.
me reiterate
Yeah.
my point real quick. Yeah, Last Kiss, love it. I love the song. It's cute, very nostalgic, and in general, the whole album reminds me of 2008. But like, especially Last Kiss, it's like it takes me back in time. It's like wow, like I remember where I was yesterday
The
when I
roof
was
tease.
right. No, but for reals, it's just I just love a good throwback, and this Last Kiss is no different. It's just like a nice little relatable lyric, and it's very cute. Like it's a nice little fun song, a song that I'm fond of.
Period. I think next up is going to be Stargirl.
Oh my god, finally. I love Last Kiss. Like it's my favorite song off this album. It's not my favorite song by her. But this song, something about it is so personal. It's like a sad song for me. I don't know. But it's like a love song, and if you've ever been through something like that where you don't want to let somebody go, it's kind of like that for me. And it just hits me every time, especially the first verse. Like, I don't know. It just, I don't, the vision is there. That's all.
Period. Next up is Glitter Bomb.
Oh my god. Okay, first of all, I want to say thank you, Jay, for standing up for the song. You finally have taste. This is one of my favorite songs of all
I've always
time,
been
but I can
having
say it
taste,
with
but
my whole
anyways,
ass chest.
I'm always gonna
Um,
stand beside Jay. Period.
period.
well, you should stand beside him with this song because it's one of my favorites of all
I
time.
said I like
And
the song, my brother in Christ, but continue.
but anyway, no, it's just it reminds me so much of I Stay in Love. Like those two songs are sister songs, even though I Stay in Love is also a sister song with Breakdown. So they have like, overlapping vibes and whatnot. But those two songs remind me of each other, like the whole like concept of like holding out a candle for this person. It's very like in the same vein as We Belong Together and Don't Forget About Us as well. Like we all know that we're talking about the same person, we're having the same feelings, and just so many amazing ways that you can express it. So that song definitely makes me feel like I'm going through it too, even though I've been happily married for a decade. But I
Oh,
can
love that for
still
you.
like channel, yeah, thanks. But I can still channel those emotions and those feelings, and it's so raw and so like, yeah, just like that, not having that closure with like the one who got away and everything. So I don't know, I love it.
Thank you for sharing your thoughts. I appreciate it.
I think next up is going to be Octavia.
Oh, I already went.
Please, not my memory failing me, but
Can
that's
we go
beside
to
the
the
point.
next song?
Has
But that's
everyone already went for the song that wants
okay.
to go? Or did I miss anybody by chance? If so, like raise your hand. Make sure that we're good. I don't want to miss anybody. Okay. Wait, did Guadalupe share his thoughts on the song? I don't remember.
I don't think he
I
did.
think that Last Kiss is a sweet song about staying together. That's my opinion.
Period. Alright, next up we are going to go on to track 10, Thanks for Nothing. All right, so my thoughts on the song. Another one that was a grower for me personally. I really do like the song. So I will say that. I think it's a nice moment on the album, so I can really appreciate it overall. I like the vocals in here, definitely I like how it progresses in terms of that. I like the production on here. I think that it's nice. I can appreciate the lyrical sentiments, just saying, you put me through all this and, whatever, and then now it's like, thanks for nothing. Like, it is what it is. So, I can appreciate that in that respect.
Yes, 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 yes. I love "Thanks for Nothing." I don't know how high I'd rank the song on the album, but I would say pretty high for me. But like, because I love this little sarcastic moment where she's like, well, people will resonate with the song where they go through a very drastic, bleak moment in the relationship where it's like, yeah, thanks for nothing. Like you put me through this shit, like. And I'm sick or tired of getting played, so thanks for nothing against. It's just love a little sarcastic Mariah moment.
You big brain Long Island writer, you have done it again. Like, what can I say?
Period. Constantly raising the standard
No,
for
the
us all.
song, it's so fucking amazing. She is literally Einstein Jr. with the shit. Like, first of all, the melody, the lyrics, the way that she sings along with the beat, like, she is so talented. It scares me sometimes. Like, oh my god, this song is amazing, and I already know Michelle loves it too because Michelle already knows what's up. Oh, this song is amazing. I can't even deal.
All right, next up we will have Octavia.
She is a lyrical genius. Like literally, I agree with Michaela. Oh my god! But Jay-Z, yeah, again, and I can do without him. But I still love this song, and it's one of my favorites.
Wait, what about Jay-Z?
She said
JD.
Oh, I was gonna say,
Jermaine.
I
Yeah.
was confused. I was like, wait, Jay-Z is not even on the song. Hold up a minute, but you continue.
JD, like, yeah, I could do without. Like, I pretend like he's not there again, and I just listen to the song all the way through and pretend like he's not there. This song is in my playlist, so it's a bop.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it depends on the song that JD's on. Like, for example, like on this song, on the one, I don't mind his parts, I can actually enjoy them. On Get Your Number, that's a different story or whatever. So I, don't really mind him on the song. That's my personal opinions in respect to that. I believe next was Glitter Bomb.
Hey, so one thing I've learned, like from all these spaces, for whatever reason, Octavia, you hate JD. that's my takeaway from all your
I
reviews. Like,
just
she hates
I just
JD.
can't stand his voice. I don't.
Someone needed to
Octavia,
say
like, she
it.
low-key real for that. I think it really depends
Someone
on
needed to
which
say
song
it.
for me it is that it happens, but yeah,
Yeah, we
continue.
love Jamash, but
Yeah,
I just
period.
don't
You don't
like
have to
his
lie, girl. We
voice.
understand.
I
I'm
just
glad
don't
that
like
she
his.
said that though, because I thought I was the only person that was annoyed with him on Get Your Number, but I was like, let me hold back and
You
not
thought
say
you were the only person who thought that, oh,
No,
babes.
no,
because I
Like, a
didn't
lot of us
know. I
agree with
didn't see.
you.
Well, I didn't see anyone really like say anything else really.
I
like
love Get Your
I will be
Number.
standing in solidarity with you on that, Michaela. Period.
like
My
we
sister in
love
Christ.
Jamash, but it, him talking almost every song, no, I can do with him.
Oh, well, so for Thanks for Nothing, I love it, and it actually, to me, it's like very like in the same vein of like Standing O and Did I Do That and Someday, where like she's like, it's like a light diss track, right? Like, because she's like she's got her like holding out a candle for you songs, but then she's also got her like, you're a piece of shit, but I'm gonna sing it in a really sweet way. And and it's still cathartic. So I love that. I love the song. It's very like anytime I'm feeling angsty, I definitely play that along with Heat, but we will get to that later. But yeah, I love it.
Wait, you said Glitter's So Real for the Did I Do That reference, Michaela, but I thought you don't even like Did I Do That. So where do we go from here? Like,
Thank you for letting me explain and talk about Rainbow and how great she is. So, Did I Do That? It's one of those things where you have to listen to it 500 times to get it, but you need to
I
follow along.
didn't. I had taste the first time, but continue.
You need to like follow along with the lyrics to really get it. Now, is the production still scary and it sounds like we're going through a haunted mansion? Yes. But when you
like read the lyrics are so good, and she ended whoever the fuck she was talking about.
Yes.
So now,
Yes,
Oh
like,
yeah, period.
right, if you focus on the lyrics and get through the haunted mansion, you're good.
Oh my.
I'm so glad that that song grew on you and that I got Rainbow the album to grow on you. Like that is one of my proudest accomplishments of all time because I am a Rainbow stan. Like the Rainbow stans never get to eat, so I love that for us. Period. I think that Michelle's going to be next.
So I can't even know what to say in the words of Miss Carey.
Yes.
But I really just wanted to agree with everything Michaela said because she's on point. And if I could
About
say
Rainbow
anything about
or
I think about
now
Thanks for
about this
Nothing.
about
oh,
Thanks for
okay.
Nothing.
Okay.
And
I
if
love Rainbow
anybody
Everywhere.
and if anybody on the spaces knows, there's nobody that could sing a song this way the way Mariah Carey does. And I don't want to curse on Anastasia's face, but you know how I say in my New York accent.
Period. I respect your, being respectful era, but I honestly don't mind. So go ahead.
Really quick, Michelle, thank you
Fucking
for pointing
nobody.
out
Period.
exactly.
Period. Yes, you ate.
Michelle, thanks for pointing out like one of her most like quotable lyrics of all time because we are always referencing I can't even know what to say. So yes,
Yes.
need that.
All right, I think next up is going to be Heartstopper.
I really like this song, despite the fact that it seems Mariah wasn't a writer on this. It looks like it's just Jermaine and someone else that's a songwriter. So, I'm really surprised she's not on a songwriter credited for this song, but because I like the lyrics.
It says that she's credited for it on Spotify. That might just be a discrepancy with Apple Music. I
Yeah.
know that they didn't credit her for We Belong Together, so I just checked and it says that she is credited for writing the song.
Okay, good.
So
I was like,
yeah,
I was
there you
worrying
go.
for a second. Like Jermaine can't be doing all this. Anyway,
Oh
I
yeah,
don't like
no,
him
yeah.
either.
Mariah had to
He's the
I
eat.
main
Mariah
agree
had
with
to
writer.
eat.
Octavia. I
Yeah,
agree with
period.
Octavia. I don't like him on any of the songs. Maybe was it Sweetheart? Was he on that one?
The no rap version of that
Thank
ate, but
you.
continue.
Thank you.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't like JD on the songs. And he needs to stay out. That's all.
I
Real.
like him on the one. Like,
Yeah, his part on the one was nice, yeah, and I said I don't mind him on this particular song.
Yeah,
So
I do
it's a
like that
song by
song
song
for him.
basis for me personally.
yeah, honestly.
And then I think Stargirl is probably next.
Oh, okay. I really like this song. I really like that she sang it post Stella era as a little send off to who not should not be named. But I also came to relate to this song fairly recently, so it's got a special place for me. That's all I'm gonna say because you guys already said everything.
Period. I think Kenny's up next. You still with us, Kenny? And now we will be moving on to Guadalupe.
So I just have to say this one is a skip for me personally.
What the hell? Ooh.
Your reaction to that, Michaela, really
That was
sent me. I'm
crazy.
sorry. You were just caught off guard so bad. I'm sorry. Do you want to explain why you skipped the song? Like, is it just not your jam? Is there something personally that you don't like about the song? Like, what's your reason, if you don't mind sharing that with us?
I heard it. I listened to it yesterday, and just the whole gist of it is like I guess I don't like breakup songs. That might be it. So those are my 2 cents.
That's like a lot of Mariah's discography. Her breakup songs, but okay, go off.
Yeah, I was thinking that, but we all have songs that aren't our jam, so we all have our different opinions. So I will say that. Now we're gonna be moving on to track number 11, O.O.C. Alright, so my thoughts on the song. Another girl for me on this album. This song is so catchy. What really hooks me in is her vocal delivery on it. I'm a sucker for a good vocal delivery, something that's like really catchy and grabs you in. That's what the song really does for me. I just think it's a fun little moment, a cute bop, I would say. Vocals 8, production 8, lyrics 8, like what else can I say? Like she just kind of chewed, and a little nice moment that I appreciate. I have been reaching this one outside of the context of the album, so it's a nice moment, I will say.
Love O.O.C. Definitely a song that is my signature song. Definitely a feel good song for me. It's just always a song that I like. And of course I love a little Spanish that Mariah put in the mix. Just I don't know, just to sound fancy, and why not? Hey, Mariah, anytime Mariah can sneak a little lyric in Spanish, why not? Because
period, she
love
ate.
that she was showing her Venezuelan side. But yeah, no, but definitely, yeah, just a nice song, but good little flair, and just definitely
Yeah, no, just a feel good song overall.
Yeah, she's definitely cute.
All right, next up's gonna be Octavia. I forgot to mute, my bad.
Oh, that's okay. But this song is growing on me, and it's gonna be on my playlist. I don't hate it, not at all. It's growing on me, but I do love the song. I don't mind listening to it, and when it does grow on me, I will have more to say.
Period. I think next up we'll do Stargirl.
Okay. I just want to say this whole album is a grower, but once it does grow on you, like it's never leaving. Like this song is permanently stuck in my head, and I'm not mad at it anymore.
Period. You always on the right side of history. We love to see it. Next up, we'll do Glitter Bomb.
Hey, thanks. Sorry, I was stuck on mute, but I love it. It's another one of those bops. It kind of reminds me. I keep saying what songs they're like in the same vein of, but it reminds me of like an edgy version of Always Be My Baby, because it's the same concept of like, you know, having that connection with each other forever, right? But yeah, no, I love it. It's so cute. I don't know. I'm happy for those of you who like let it grow on you. For me, like all these songs are like immediate bops, but I'm happy that, for those of you who took like, more time or needed a few more listens to like get into it, you ended up appreciating it. And I think that happens whenever a new album comes out that kind of like pivots from things that she's done before. And I think that's also the case for Me, I Am Mariah, because there's so many bops and gems on there that people had never heard anything like that before, so they don't know what to do with it. But then finally, when they give it a
Not
chance
they
to
don't know
listen
what to
to
do,
it
and she got
more.
You Don't Know What to Do.
Yeah, thank you. I did that on purpose. But yeah, so yeah, if I feel like if there's a Mariah song that you don't like, you need to listen to it a few more times, and then it'll grow on you no matter what, because like all of her songs are just pure artistry and masterpieces, and there's so much that she
Yeah,
does
that's
with
what I
it.
did with
Yeah.
Side Effects.
Yes.
Yes, our songs can
And now
definitely
I
grow
love
on
it.
people for sure. And we love
Now I
that
love
for
Side
sure.
Effects.
I saw that Nora had her hand raised, so you can be next.
Hey Lambs, it's Nora. I just got off work, girl. I just wanted to mention the parallel. O.O.C. reminds me of, well, I guess you could say One Mogen reminds me of O.O.C. She always will tell you in a million languages how much she loves you and how much she's in love with you. So I love that.
Yes.
Period, Nora. We love Mariah's versatility.
Intelligent queen.
Oh my gosh, that's so crazy. Hey Nora. Nora was like in my first like Mariah space with Anastasia. So we love that.
Yes, we love it. Michaela Spaces be iconic for real. You need to do more promo for those. Again, put your YouTube and the Jumbotron. Go support Michaela's YouTube. She's uploading her
Because
spaces
Michaela's Queen
on
of
there.
Space is for real.
Yes, she literally was the one who inspired me to start speaking on spaces, and I wouldn't be here today without her. So, all love to Michaela, of course. Michelle, have you went for the song yet?
I didn't, but I really don't have nothing to say about it. It's just a bop. I didn't like it at first, but it is my favorite album, and I consistently listen to the whole album. I don't skip over, and it's just one of those songs that's grown on me, and I love it now.
Period, Michelle. We love that. Heartstop Mariah, have you spoken on this one yet?
No, but I don't have much to say other than like play this part. That's it.
JT's for
Latin
real.
queen.
Like,
Exactly.
all right, Kenny, would you like to go next? All right. I don't think Kenny wants to go next. We'll have Guadalupe.
So yeah, I think O.O.C. I like the gist of the song when it says that it's forever, and I also agree with Jay Antonio that she gave her Latin flair, and when she says that Spanish lyric, and it's a I always liked that it wasn't really a grower to me, but it's a nice song.
Period.
Let me ask
And
you,
her
are you the one that
and
was
her
saying
French
that?
part.
Yeah, that was so cute. Guadalupe, are you the one who you said you're not a lamb, right? And you just started listening to her stuff? Was that
Yeah,
you?
I actually started getting recommendations from Anastasia's channel, and that's how I
Cool.
got introduced to Mariah Carey.
Nice. So we love that. When was the first time you heard this album?
It was just a few days ago. I listened to songs that I hear here and there,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Okay. So yeah, so it will be a grower for you, I promise.
Okay.
It hasn't been long enough for you to, say it's not a grower yet. It will be a grower, I promise. But yeah, we love that, and that's so cool that you're
No, what I meant to
loving
say. Sorry to
Mariah
cut you
sincerely,
off.
Anastasia.
Sorry to cut
Oh
you
yeah,
off,
no,
but
go ahead.
what I was saying is that it's not a dislike. That it didn't have to be a girl. I liked it from the beginning.
Oh, yes, taste. I love that.
Anastasia is spreading the word of the good Lord, aka Mariah Carey. We love
Period.
to see it.
Period. Period. We really do love to see it. So I'm glad I was able to inspire you to listen to her music. Good moments, good
Period.
moments.
Keep
Now we're
up the
gonna
good work,
move.
Anastasia.
Exactly. I will always be spreading the Mariah gospel, and that's period. All right, now we're gonna move on to track number 12, which is For the Record. All right, period, period, period. So, first up, I got to talk about the bridge because I know that's what a lot of people want to talk about. How brilliant of her to reference multiple songs that she's done. We have moments of her talking about We Belong Together, Can't Let Go, Honey, I know it was referenced in that particular part.
She said
Underneath the
something about glitter
Stars,
in there too.
she did.
Yeah.
Nice. So yeah, she referenced like multiple songs like in there. I'm sure I didn't get everything, but now you're doing laugh emoji, so I feel like you're trolling me. But we move. So moments. I mean, the bridge, like to be able to reference your past catalog in like a way like that, like she just really ate, and she did it in a way that's not cringy and stuff, and it's just like wow, like you really ate with that. So I love moments like that. So the bridge definitely ate. An amazing songwriter as we go over, so I can appreciate it. And I love the production on the song. Vocals are amazing. I love how it progresses. Again, another one that really, really, really grew on me. And the more that I kept coming back to it, I was like, this is a really great moment on the record. And I feel like this is definitely ones for the fans and stuff like this. It's kind of like whenever she had a "With You" off the Caution album, and then she's referencing Breakdown on that. You only get that if you're a fan and you've listened to the discography. So it's kind of like a nice moment, like, hey, I was paying attention here, and now this pays off for me. So yeah, I really like this moment, and that's what I have to say about it.
Yeah, Anastasia pretty much said what I wanted to say. So I'm not going to say too much on the song, but it's just like, honestly, For the Record is for the lambs, for the real lambs that know the references, know the like dedication that Mariah has to us. And it's like Anastasia said, I love how she referenced, I think 5 or 6 songs in the bridge. She referenced, Always Be My Baby, My All, Underneath the Stars, Can't Let
I knew I was
Go,
forgetting something. Thank you for mentioning
Honey, and
my
then I
all.
think maybe We Belong Together, but yeah, I could be mistaken, but yeah. So she referenced
And
all the
glitter.
classics in her song, and it's
Michaela really trolling for real.
like
Oh my
it's
god,
just
like
wow, like who else can casually reference the catalog like that? It's like not only she has an expensive catalog to do so, but iconic is legendary. So it's just like, and Mariah's delivery, because other people they would like fall flat referencing their past works, but Mariah, she's like, oh, let me reference it, but like in a way that's like casual and it's like it fits. So I just love that, and of course vocally, Mariah sounds great as always. So yeah, that's my thoughts.
Like, how does somebody go in the studio, they record this, and then they just close their computer and go home? Like, excuse me, what? Huh? Like, she's just so amazing. Like, her melodies in general are amazing, and it's crazy how good she is at it. Like, I feel like most people that do slow R&B, not that this song is slow R&B, but she does do a lot of slow R&B. It's hard for people to have good, is it retention? And it's like she keeps you awake and shit because she keeps you locked in with the lyrics. She keeps you flowing with the rest of the song with the melody. So yeah, here's another good ass motherfucking song. Like, oh, this album is so good. Like, I might be on my Michelle shit and buy this CD because now I'm starting to really fuck with this album the more we're like going through it.
period. I love that. And next up, we definitely gotta have Michelle because I know she's
Yeah,
stand
she's
this
the
song
number one For the
hardcore.
Record stan.
Period, and we love that.
So, so this is definitely probably one of my favorite songs of all time. A huge miss for a single. It definitely should have been released as a single, and it was exactly 5 songs. It's "You'll Always Be a Part of Me." I didn't give you. Don't Can't nobody say I didn't give you my all. I told you underneath the stars, and for the record, we can't. I can't let us go, honey. So 5 songs
Okay,
that
so
she
5 songs,
referenced
yeah.
in that.
Then okay, period.
Yeah. Um, Amazing, amazing song. I was so disappointed that they didn't release this as a single. The first time I heard it, I fell in love with it, and I believe it has her longest recorded whistle at the end.
Yeah, like her, longest sustained
Just
one.
Yes.
So I'm like, wow, that because it takes so much
yeah,
stamina
it's
to
just a
sustain a
beautiful.
whistle, but like to do it for the amount of time she does,
Absolutely,
it's like no one else is singing.
it's just a beautiful song. It's a beautiful song through and through. And yes, Michaela, you have to go and buy this album, and you will stand it and blast it as I do every time I get in that car and put my top down. This album goes on.
Michelle is really doing the Lord's work for E. Like, she stands this album hard, and I really love to see her dedication, and I love that scoring more Michaela. We
Stay
love
stay
moments.
tuned. Stay tuned for my video at 12 o'clock when it's 4:15.
Period. I can't wait to see it, Michelle. I know what's about to eat. I think Octavia's actually next.
Okay. This song is my favorite. I love when she said you can compete with MC. Like nobody can. Nobody can. Like literally this woman like is nobody can ever be the next Mariah, please. She is Queen Mother. Queen Mother. And this is one of my favorite songs. I love this song so hard. This is another song that I play over and over and over and over. Like, come on. She was robbed of number one. She was robbed. They robbed her. They did her dirty. Cause this is so good. Like, cause nobody in this world, male or female, can compare to my queen.
Period. I love your passion as always, Octavia. And I believe Stargirl's next.
Okay. I love this song because I get like really nostalgic. I don't know if I heard this song as a kid. I can't really remember, but it kind of reminds me of that Mary J. Blige song. Is it Without You or whatever it is? It
Be
sounds like
Without
that
You.
song. Yeah, that one. And I kept thinking it was that song every time I heard it for like the longest time. And I'd like to hear a mashup of that. And that's why I really love that song. It's really nostalgic to me and it's really pretty.
Period. Let me make that tweet announcement. Announcing we need a producer that can mash up Be Without You and For the Record.
Period.
Gotcha.
I love a good mashup, so that'll be intriguing. I think RJ's next.
Hey guys, sorry I missed most of the album, but I'm so glad to see everybody and that I happen to chime in for the record because it's definitely one of my favorites on the album. Everyone said what needs to be said. It should have been a single. I see some fans like feeling mixed about this song, which always confused me because I remember everyone loving it, like when the album first came out. And the fact that she used it in the M commercial, it just seems so second single worthy, or at least a single. And I mean, I can't say anything that hasn't been said about it, but that whistle goes on and on. Like, you really have to listen to the song a couple of times where you realize, wow, she's still going back there. Like, and the vocal layering. What was I going to say? Basically, this song, to sum it up, I feel like is enchanting. Like, that's the vibe I get from it. It just puts you like in this atmosphere when you listen to it. And I love this whole album from top to bottom. Like, I'm glad Michelle's going hard for it because it is just such a great summer. I feel like it's very a summer album to put on and, cruise around. It's fun. It's good times.
Period. You're
Period.
so real for that. And then I think Nora's up. So, want to speak, Nora?
Yes. Hi there, lambs. The lamb before me they just mentioned the M commercial. I feel like I became a lamb during TEOM, but my first like real lamb era was during 2008. E equals MC squared being on the website and everything. So when I saw the M commercial, I was like, oh my god, like the beginning, ah, like oh my god, oh when I heard those runs, I said, oh my god,
Period. And of course, thank you for blessing us with
yes, like that
vocals.
really. Period. Listen, I'm trying. I'm trying. I'm trying to get something. But yes, oh, that was really the beginning for me. Yes. Sean, like I'm about to say Shanti's. Listen, let me stop. Eagles of G-Square is like the summer album that we deserved. Like we should have got something more. I mean, again, Nick fucks up everything else as always, but that's a whole other conversation. Yes, I feel like Eagles of G-Square is the party album. Like, no, I'm lying. It's a girls trip album for me. Yes, that's my commentary.
Ooh, that is a good way to describe the album. I could definitely hear it being played on a road trip. That is, oh, that you snap with that.
Period. I think that we will have RJ come next to just make a comment. Then we'll do Glitter Bomb.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to leave after this one, but I just want to say, because I always forget to say this when we're talking about the song, is Mariah said in like a more recent interview that there's a whole other chorus and that she liked the original chorus better. So obviously she has that recorded, but I love the song as it is. But I just thought that was a fun fact to repeat because not everybody knows that.
Period. RJ always coming in with the facts. Leo King, we love to see it. Next up, we're gonna have Chase.
Yeah, just first of all, sorry I wasn't able to participate in most of this. E equals MC squared is when I fell in love, truly became a lamb. Touched My Body was #1 all over my college campus. Everyone loved it. But for the record, I just wanted to say everyone spot on. I didn't know she referenced. I know she referenced a couple songs, but 5. Thank you for Michelle and everyone else who mentioned that. Jay, Anastasia. I just want to say, I think Mariah made the title of this song, For the Record, a double entendre. Like, not only is it for the record metaphorically, like for, talking about her past, but it's literally for the record of EMC equals MC squared, for it to be recorded for all of us to enjoy and listen to and know.
Yes.
Period. Amazing, Chase.
Okay, so can I go?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So yeah, everyone's already said everything about the references, but I do want to also mention that it's very Derek Jeter driven, like based off of like the songs that she selected, and it's kind of like sisters along with Lullaby and Subtle Invitation, like that do the same thing where she's like referencing her own songs that have like a special meaning for them and whatnot. So it's like, slipping it in there. I feel like yeah, equals MC square is still very much having some, memories and everything that are being milked, which we love. And what was I going to say? Oh, and I love how I was telling you guys before how some of her songs have like foreshadowing, unintentional foreshadowing. So this one would be I Hate You foreshadowing, where she's like talking about like pressing rewind and stuff. And I like how I like songs where she's like kind of like reflecting back on her life and just like looking at it as if it were a movie and just like replaying things and going back and moving forward and everything. But I love it. It's one of my favorites of all time.
Period. And Heartstopper Raya, would you like to go next? Okay, Kenny, would you like to go next? Would anyone like to go next? Anyone who hasn't talked about the song that would like to?
Yeah, I like to say that for the record, I like that song and especially like the lyrics when she says, "Because when I'm looking in your eyes, feels like the first time." Those are my 2 cents.
Period. Now we'll be moving on to track number 13, Bye Bye. So yeah, I really appreciate this record on the album. I know, lambs that I've spoken to said, this came out at a time where I really needed it and it helped me through a tough time. So I really do appreciate it, kind of something that is in the vein of One Sweet Day from the Daydream album. So I'll definitely say that about it. Feels very heartfelt, and her talking about, I believe the teddy bear in the song and stuff like that, and her father who unfortunately passed away due to cancer, and there's a whole thing about her relationship with him in the book, and referencing that and like tying that through and like all that stuff. So I think it was really beautifully written, and just the way that she ties it off, a more personal moment. So I can appreciate that about it. This is for my peoples who just lost somebody. That beginning part, and I remember seeing that whenever I was younger. I don't think I connected it was her until later. I was like, oh, that's actually Mariah. So that's like a really cool moment. So yeah, vocals are amazing. Love the lyrical sentiments, love the production and how it's been able to help people time over time, and that is the power of Mariah's discography. Michaela, you want to go first?
I would love to. So, first of all, like, I just want to say I quote this, like, on a daily basis with my bestie because it's so iconic. Like, it's so iconic it became a meme on accident. Like, again, Mariah blinks and it goes viral. Like, people have to try so hard. They have to beg for streams. They have to sell these weird packages. Mariah literally blinks and breathes and inhales and she goes viral.
Period.
So yeah, this is one of her like really iconic songs. I'm so glad it's a second single because it is goated. And I just love that she always digs deep and gets very vulnerable. Even back in the day, I just feel like she always gives us something real and something that everyone can relate to. And I feel like that's part of the reason why she has lasted so long and stays relevant is because she's a real ass person. And that's why I don't, again, tangent, but like, why do people really, oh my God, this diva, da da da. Do y'all actually like pick up the fucking iPod and listen, or y'all just
No.
like open your fucking brain, open your fucking ears. Okay, actually close your brain, but you get what I'm saying? Like, she is a real ass person and that's why she's that bitch, and that's on period, and she's mother, so everyone needs to bow down because they could never.
Yeah, I agree with that. Like I was saying, I feel like a lot of people who speak on her career are very misinformed on, all the struggles that she went through to even get to her career and all that stuff. And the thing with Tommy and her being a songwriter and stuff. And I just wish that people would actually listen to the discography and learn her personal history before speaking on her career and spreading misinformation because it's like, let's be for real. So I'll have that little piece. I think next up we'll
Wait,
do
wait, wait, wait,
RJ.
wait, wait, wait,
Oh,
wait,
wait,
wait.
what you want to say?
I forgot one more thing. I wanted to say with this song, I actually do like how the lyrics are personal, but it has like the hip hop beat or whatever. Like, I don't mind it when it's a sad song and it has like a hip hop beat, but I feel like she executed it better with this song versus like Stay in Love or whatever. Like, I feel like she really, like, this song and everything, it tied
I
together
thought you meant
perfectly.
Side Effects.
Whoever. Thank you for
Please.
correcting me.
Of
Whoever.
course, I always gotcha. All right, we're gonna go on to RJ. I forgot to unmute everyone again. I am sorry.
Yeah, so bye bye. I love this song. I always loved it. I remember there being that, I don't want to call it a hate train, but whatever. I just remember a lot of people disagreeing with it being the second single or just a single at all, which I always was confused by because it's obviously such a good song and a personal song to Mariah. But I didn't realize how personal it was to her till the memoir, obviously, where like it is so obvious now that she was talking about her father in the song, and look at the fact of, like Michaela was saying, how it has become a stapled song for her. Okay, maybe it doesn't get played on the radio that much and stuff, but radio is nothing today. Like, it's all about what people want to listen to. And yeah,
Period.
like, this song has helped so many people through a lot of things. And now to me, it's like sad looking back that fans were picking on it when it's such a personal song to her. And I'm just so glad that, it was a single. But again, this album was filled with songs that could have been singles. So had, she been able to promote it more and have more singles, maybe fans wouldn't have said that. But yeah, it makes me sad. But looking back, the song has stood the test of time. And I love that because it's
Wait,
an important song.
can someone educate me on, like, back in the day you said people were hating on the song?
Yeah, so a lot of the fans felt like, oh, like, why are we having another ballad with a beat or a One Sweet Day part two? Or why does the song have a beat when it's a sad song? Or it's, or some people be like, oh, it's a good song, but like there's better songs on the album. And like after meeting the memoir, I don't know why that came back into my mind, and I thought, y'all are just messy for like saying all that kind of stuff when I listened to it, I loved it, and I thought it was such an obvious personal song, you know. But
Not people
I guess
trying to
people
like
have
hate
different
on her
opinions.
for like singing about her passed away loved ones. Like, what the fuck is wrong with
Exactly.
you?
Exactly.
And even the video, like how she included all her friends and the Brat's grandmother that passed away, and like, so very personal, and glad that a personal song was made a single, because, you know, she doesn't always get a chance to do that. So I love that.
Yeah, I can definitely see your perspective, RJ, and I love all the details you go on with Mariah songs, and you have so much Mariah knowledge, and I'm always learning, so I really always appreciate you, RJ, and your insight, period, and Promo King, so I will say that. Next up, I think, is Glitter.
Hey, so yeah, I fully agree with you, RJ. It was so annoying to see because it was happening in 2008, and it also happens on Twitter all the time, and I feel like they do the same for Portrait, and it's like, how do you shit on songs that are like her most personal, like, and not realizing that she, like, especially for Portrait, like, she's talking about you are the reason she's feeling this way, you know what I mean? So like, to shit on like
Exactly.
a funeral song, right? Like, it's grieving, it's processing grief, it's helping people get through their grief and their trauma. So how are you gonna like disrespect that? I don't know. People are wild to me, but
What
it's
did they
definitely,
say?
well, they're just like, oh, another funeral song, blah blah blah, like, and it's, they're just insensitive, and I think it happens a lot where like if people can't relate to something, like it's like super fun for them to just joke on it, and that's a shame, but
It is a shame. And
people don't
honestly,
have
like,
empathy.
yeah, you speak so real. And then if you don't mind, like, I'm back now. Yeah, like, I had to handle some stuff with, like, some visitors. But anyways, I'm back. So for my thoughts on Bye Bye, love the song. Definitely very emotional song. I mean, I know it's, like, more, like, upbeat. And, like, I know you're in a better place. And, like, I'm looking at you from up above. Like, like, proud of you and all that stuff. But kind of song. But it's, like, so it's, like, like, you reminisce on that, like, loved one that has passed away. And it's, like, but yeah, like, the point is, I love the song and I love how I dedicate it to those loved ones that have passed away, whether it's my godfather or other people that in my family that have passed away. So yeah, it's just a song I hold near and dear in my heart, and I'm glad she released it at the time that she did. And people that share on the song, they have no personality, so just I don't like to give those people any like thought because I don't acknowledge them, I don't know them, whatever. But yeah, no, they're just people we don't see. But yeah, no, I love Bye Bye, and it was a great second single, and definitely deserved top 10.
Period. I think that Octavia's next.
Shame on those lambs. Shame. Because when my father figure passed away, he literally raised me. My biological father, didn't we have a strange relationship? But I can tell you this, I still love him though. He bought me a teddy bear. It was like the first verse of her song where she said she held up to the teddy bear so tight. And when he bought me that teddy bear, I was like, this reminds me of Bye Bye. But like literally that song has helped me grieve with my auntie's passing because she passed in 2019, and it was very difficult because she was my best friend. And like that song, just like One Sweet Day, is like the song that gets me through everything. So literally, thank you, Queen Mother. Like, thank you.
Of course, yeah. Thank you so much for sharing your story, and I'm glad that this song and Mariah's music has been able to
Like,
get you those hard times,
I
and
know. And then
yeah,
when my father gave me that teddy bear, I was like, this remind me of the song, like literally. And I still have it.
yeah. I'm glad you
I
still
love
have
you.
that. That's such a beautiful memory to, of course, well, thing to have. Remember and honor of your father. Like, so thank you for being vulnerable and sharing your story with us. Like, it means a lot.
You're welcome.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
I
like we
think
love you.
next up is going to be Chase.
Yeah. First of all, I think this song is a perfect setup for "I Wish You Well." And "Bye Bye." I think it's a bit experimental in the sense that first of all, the instrumentals, the background vocals, everything. I think it really gels, fits in with the whole sound, really soundscape of E equals MC². And two, there's the album, the main single, Touch My Body. It's fun, it's light, it's breezy, and I think she's able to kind of marry these like these tones into like a really heartfelt song, a really important song. um my little personal take is that it's kind of like slow and reflective until she gets to the big climax, and it's almost like a mature Mariah Carey, or mature singer, a mature songwriter, and her performance to me is very mature. She's like very reflective throughout, and when she reaches that climax, the apex of um, of Bye Bye, it's like you're set free to me. And it's one of, like, you guys were sharing some personal stories, this and One Sweet Day, not to get too heavy, but I think I really do, when I think about this song, I think about my brother who passed away very early, half brother. He was 23. So yeah, regardless of what people say critically of the song, hey, it's dear to my heart. But I think technically it's an excellent song. So yeah.
I appreciate your insight at this time, Chase. Always giving great commentary, and we love to see it. I believe that Nora's next.
Hey y'all, it's me again. So I remember, like I said, that was like really my first era. I remember like my brothers and sisters being like, okay, we saw the video on BET. I don't know if this was back when 106 in Park was on, and the video was on him. I'll never forget. Like my brothers were like watching, that scene when she's on the beach and they're taking the photo pictures for the Vibe magazine or whatever. And my brothers are like, what the hell is she doing? Why is it supposed to be a sad song? And I understand what y'all are saying, like she's showing, what her life could have been, but I'm just like, damn, like some parts of the video, I'm like, damn, I feel like it could have been better, but at the same time, she's trying to show, you never got to see me back at number one. So it's just like, I guess now, 2020 is hindsight is 2020, but for me, I thought we should have had another second single, to be honest with you. I mean, Migrate, of course, should have been number one. I mean, I'm glad about Touch My Body, it's her 18th number one, but single choices definitely could have been better. I disagree with the Lambs in this space, particularly about, I totally understand the magnitude of the song. I really love it. For me, Michaela, she mentioned the viral aspect of it. I fucking love that era. I feel like that was during like the first or second Trump era, and everybody was like, "This is for my people, so just saw somebody," like that whole. That meme was so funny, bro. Like, oh, like I love that, but definitely she's a cute girl. I love her. I think she's a sibling to One Sweet Day, but I feel like they're two different songs for two different reasons. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it just feels different, I guess. Specifically because of what y'all have mentioned about, it being her coming to reconciling with her father's death. And I think that wasn't something that I had thought about as much until, the memoir. So, yeah.
Period. I really appreciate your insight in this moment. Next up, we will have Michelle.
So I just want to agree with what everybody said in regards to it. If you did go through a traumatic experience of losing somebody in your life, you could definitely relate to how she felt writing this song. That's really all I have to say on it, but I just wanted to state for the record, and I said it to you, Anastasia, earlier, but I wanted to let Jay know that Bye Bye, for the record, and I Wish You Well is the only tracks that she does whistle on this album. So
nice little factoid. I love that. Thank you so much for writing it.
I already knew that.
All right, next up is going to be Glitter.
Hey, so sorry I didn't get to like finish what I was saying earlier, but yeah, just going off of what Chase and Nora were saying, like it's definitely a sister song to One Sweet Day, and it's one of those that, like, I lost my grandma a year after that song came out, and so like I actually found out about her passing like a few minutes after I was like listening to One Sweet Day, which is really like eerie for me. But for both of those songs now, as much as I love them, like I can only listen to it when I'm already sad or grieving or like crying or whatnot, or if it's like playing, like I'll just like let it play in the background. But like she definitely has like certain songs that are, especially like the funeral ones, that are just like really hard if you're, if you can connect with it and whatnot. And it's definitely also, it's like a combination of Some Flowers for Alfred Roy and One Sweet Day, because she gets to like really be like specific about her dad while also including, others along with it, so that they can, grieve and process it as well. And just like really like touching on the, because in One Sweet Day she briefly says, sorry, I never told you all I wanted to say. But then this like really touches on the like the remorse side of it, of losing someone. And I think that's really, really powerful. And like some people, like myself, when you're grieving and whatnot, like you need to like really like sit in it and like power through it, and like play music like that that can kind of like help you process things in a way that you can't really like put into words. So that song really helped me, grieving my grandma, and also like the loss of my miscarriage as well. So it's very, very powerful. And I know people love to like make memes or whatever, but like it definitely has like a real value. So I'm not saying like, oh, it should have been like, on the charts or whatever, but it definitely has its purpose, especially for the family, and whatnot. So yeah, I love it.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that. Yeah, like appreciate you being open and vulnerable with us. And I'm sorry to hear about your loss for your grandma, and sorry to hear about everyone's losses. It's not easy to deal with loss and grief of a loved one, but having Mariah's music to help us through those hard times definitely helps. So I just want to thank you all for sharing your stories. So yeah, I think it's Stargo that's next.
Yeah, I guess I just have like a question, not really opinion. Does anybody know when Bye Bye was released, like as a single? Because I feel like that's why a lot of people also don't like it as a single, because of when it was released instead of it being released at all.
I'm gonna look it up really quick.
Okay.
What do you mean? I mean, it was in April. What do you mean?
Like it was released as a single, right? Like with
It
the
says April
album,
15th, 2008.
So it was released the same day as the album.
as the album.
Yeah.
Huh. That's kind of interesting. I would think did she release, how many singles did she release before the album?
Oh, before them, just touch my
Just Touch
body.
My Body.
Yeah, and then after
Really?
Bye Bye, she did I'll Be Loving You Long Time, I Stay in Love, and I think that was it for the Einstein era.
Huh. That's
But Bye
really
Bye wasn't
interesting.
really like on the
It was like a
radio like that.
promo single.
Wait,
Yeah, I
wait,
mean, it was kind of like,
Stargirl, are you saying that? I'm kind of confused. It's saying you're saying that it was released at the same time as the album.
Yeah, so she dropped it as a single with the album, because back then you could kind of do that where you can drop it as a single to promote the album as well, and so that way people will like check that out too.
I did not know.
I kind of get that. Yeah. That's really interesting.
yeah. But I think that's why, like, I think she did it because the intent wasn't really to, make that song chart. It was to like be
Yeah.
cathartic. You know what I mean? Like I don't
Yeah.
think it was, because it wasn't really on the
It
radio,
didn't
to be
make sense
honest.
as a single anyway, like I guess as a real single, but as a promo, it's kind of like, I think Butterfly was a promo single, was it? I'm not sure. It's kind of like that where it doesn't need to chart, but it's just so people can hear it.
Right. Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you so much for sharing, asking that question. I'm glad we could, clarify that. Yeah, sometimes like, we forget, because she has so many singles, like, we forget when or where they were released. Like,
There's a lot.
there's a lot. So it's like, even as someone that knows her discography and knows when she's released like the songs and singles and all that stuff, sometimes I even forget. Like,
Yeah.
and yeah, so I get you. So don't worry. So yeah,
Thank
like
you
I
for
get
answering
you.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think Guadalupe is on next.
Oh yeah, Bye Bye. I think it's a beautiful song, and it just reminds me of losing my grandfather. He was a preacher, and he raised my mom as a Christian, and that's my mom is responsible for me being a Christian. So it touches my heart a lot. So that's my opinion.
I'm so sorry for your loss.
I'm sorry to hear that, Guadalupe.
Yeah, that's okay.
All right, next up is going to be track number 14, I Wish You Well. Take heed, so the word is done. Alright, so I really love this song. I was talking about I Stand Love and kind of how that battles another song on this record for my favorite. I was talking about this song, kind of in the vein of Fly Like a Bird in the respect that there are, the incorporation of the Bible verses. I think that that was masterfully written. So I appreciate it in that respect. And I remember like first getting into her and stuff and like reading the book and whatever. And then the lyric, we all made mistakes, felt the guilt and self-hate, I believe it is. And I remember like remembering that lyric, but I couldn't remember what song it was. And then I read the book. I was like, oh, it's from I Wish You Well. So I remember like that aspect about it. But yeah, very powerful. I love how it progresses in terms of the vocals and such, and just an amazing, amazing moment. It closes it out the standard edition of the album, which I appreciate. I love the production with the piano stuff. I love the lyrical sentiments. Like I said, I can appreciate the incorporation of, the Bible verses and stuff. I'm not particularly religious myself, but, I can appreciate how well done it is and stuff like that. And just talking about, yeah, it's kind of, talking about the struggles that she went through. Like, you've done, like, all these, like, painful things to me, and, that really hurts me, like, deep inside, and I still struggle with that internally. But in the end, I still wish you well. And like I said, there is something that's very powerful about the song. Love when Mariah gets into her gospels bag, and her gospel tracks are among some of my favorite things that she's ever done, and just an amazing singer. And the album tracks like these can really move you, so I really do love this record. I highly respect it, and I hate to see people paying it dust and not giving it the appreciation that it deserves. I think that it's really a shame.
Exactly, and oh my gosh, how am I going to talk about this track without crying? I'm going to keep it together. Trust me, I'm not much of a wreck as you think I am. No, but this song definitely top two on the album for me. Right behind "I Stay in Love" is one of my favorites. It's just a song that has been there for me in times where I've needed it, especially when people have like burned me and like have like betrayed me and have like been so horrible to me. But like I this song has helped me keep it pushing. Like, and I love how like Mariah talks about how it's coming to a place within yourself where you, no matter what somebody else does to you, you can forgive them, and even if you're a little better about it, you can say your piece and let it go. And she's taught me how to learn to let go, like which is easier said than done because it is a whole process. But like with this song, like say a little prayer for that person that has done you wrong and wish them well, and then leave them where they're at and hope for the best. Like, and of course, so that way you can move on with your peace, with your healing, because it's a process and it's not going to be overnight where you can reach that level and wish that person well, because obviously in the moment you do want to be better, you want to be like f you, I don't like you, like you can go choke on something. But yeah, like no, but yeah, in general, like it's a song that has helped me so much, especially when I was going through a lot of stuff like last year. And I'll always be grateful for Mariah and grateful to her for this song. It's just amazing. Woo, I didn't cry. Yeah.
Period. I appreciated hearing your perspective, Jay. Next up, we're going to have Octavia.
This song, I really connect with this song in so many ways because a lot of people have burned me, even my own family. Well, we won't get into that, but eventually I will have to forgive them. And this song make me cry every single time I listen to it because she hits me where it hurts, where I need it. I need to hear it. I need to forgive and forget. And that's why I love her deep cuts. Like, because she always. I try not to cry when I listen to this, but I do. I can't help it.
Yeah, I feel you on that. So relatable. So I thank you, Octavia, for being vulnerable and sharing with us.
Yeah,
Love you.
Mariah's music can definitely be a form of catharsis and stuff, and
Hmm.
sometimes you just need to hear someone, going through something similar as you. So, it's good to have something that you can relate to in that respect, and I appreciate you opening up and being vulnerable with us in this moment,
And and
for sure.
also another thing, this will be tatted on me as well because this is one of my favorite songs in my playlist. I will
Period.
be putting her lyrics on my body.
Period.
Yeah, we
Get that
always usually
tattoo.
agree on favorites on albums, Octavia, so this is right on brand. We stepping together. I love it. Next up, we will do Chase.
Yeah, I wrote a little tweet. I put in the jumbotron about it, and I wanted to write something for the anniversary, and I was thinking about songs to write about. while listening to this again, I listened to it several times. I took screenshots of some of the lyrics, and it blew me away. I wish I could write more and more and more about this lyrically. And if I can just share some of the points I made. So she's talking. Obviously, Anastasia pointed out. She brings up some scripture, some Bible verses. But there's so many other themes in the song. It's almost like she's sitting alone, reflecting on her past, her troubled past as a child, right? But also all of the people who have done her wrong, honestly, and done other people wrong. You know, I don't think it's just about herself. And she struggles, but at the end, she's able to find redemption in the sense that, you know, forgiveness is the ultimate redemption, and it takes you to a higher place, to higher answers about pain. And what else does she say? There's one lyric that really, a couple ones. They have greatly oppressed me from my youth. Okay, and I think she connects that to a Bible verse about youth. Also, as a foster care kid myself, I mean, I'm not a kid anymore, but I was in the system. There's a line that really hit me. She says, "Same frightened child, hide to protect myself." I feel like
Yeah.
I feel like it's double, like not a double entendre, but I feel like there's two meanings to it, right? I feel like literally, as a child, you know, we know a lot about Mariah's past as much as she shared. I just imagine, you know, when I was in the foster care system, when I moved around to different houses, my sister and I, the first thing we would always do, when we got into a new house, we would hide, whether it be in a closet or under beds. I remember these very vividly. And so for Mariah to write about this, it's just like, it hit me. I recently read a story about a young lady in Michigan who the FBI found her, and she ran away from home. She was in a foster care home. And the first thing, she was hiding in a closet. So I don't know, but there's something really, we talk about reflections. We talked about that song before. Mariah Carey did her research, or really understands truly deeply what it means like to be a traumatized child, you know,
Yeah.
if that makes any sense.
Yes, I
Yes,
mean,
it makes sense because especially Mariah
when
has gone into detail about like her traumatic childhood, especially the earliest part of her childhood and how traumatic it was. You know, like have going around like up around the violent, turbulent like family members, like her brother, like
Yeah, and
ex-brother.
ex brother specifically.
um, yeah, and I just wanted to say a couple more things, if that's okay, because that song really hit me today. Um,
Yeah, don't worry, go right
Thank
ahead.
you, thanks so much, Jay. So she brings it from, you know, her personal experience, but then not to say she makes it universal, but she goes to a higher level when it's almost like metaphysical. It's not about herself, you know, and it's tied deeply to spirituality, religion, whatever you call it. It reminds me of that clip, that interview before she performed at the Grammys. We Belong Together, Fly Like a Bird. She said, you know, when she was a little child, I think she said Nana Reese or someone like that, you know, told her that all her dreams would come true, and she didn't know what her dreams were back then, but that she'd always connected music to spirituality. And this is, I think, that comment incarnate, this song. And it's so mature and so elegant and so beautiful. One of her lines, "I weep for
Yeah.
what I dreamed we all could be." Herself,
Yeah.
her family, us, anyone who's gone through moments like this. I think it's lyrically brilliant. Some people might not, you
Yeah.
know, I really think it is. And there are lines where um, I don't know how to describe it. I don't have a degree in musicology or in music, but her voice, how she uses her voice, on the lyrics, it's very innovative. It's almost like you have to hear it a couple of times, and when you hear it, it's like, wow, that is genius phrasing. That is genius phrasing, in my opinion. So I think the song is brilliant. It moves me, takes me to a higher place, And yeah, that's all I want to say about it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Chase. Thank you so much for giving us that detailed analysis and, of course, being vulnerable and sharing your story with us. I know it's not easy to share, but we appreciate your bravery and, of course, willingness to be vulnerable because, yeah, it's much appreciated. And, yeah, like I just love Mariah's vocals on the song. The background vocals are amazing, very underrated in her discography in terms of background vocal appreciation. So, yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's Nora that's next.
I think it's Glitter Bomb.
Oh, it's Glitter Bomb. I'm sorry. Then Glitter, you go. Glitter to Nora.
Thank you. Chase, I'm over here like bawling my eyes out. Oh my god, I just want to say I love you so much with
I
my
love
whole
you
heart.
too.
And but yeah, so this song is wild in that like it's okay, so it's a diss track, but it's also so cathartic and healing at the same time. Like it has like a double purpose, right? Because like it's she's really telling them all about themselves and ripping them a new one through the word, like through the word of the Lord, right? And also through those words, right? That's also helping her to heal and finding that grace and salvation and everything else. So this song is like a combination of like Fly Like a Bird meets Petals meets Can't Take That Away meets Outside and Close My Eyes and Heavenly. It's just it's and My Saving Grace. And so it's her whole it, it encapsulates her entire experience going through life, right? Because like she has always had people who have treated her that way, whether it was the phases like of her childhood and then going through it again as an adult with like either the media or her family again and whatever else. And it's just she's just so brilliant, right? And I know Chase, you were saying like maybe she's done research or she's been through it, like she's clearly has like been through it. And this song is an example of why we lambs love her so much and why we
Yeah.
say that she saved our lives. You know what I mean? Like, and that's why it gets so defensive when people talk about like whether or
Yes.
not she's a songwriter, because this right here is the reason why we love her and care about her so much, because she's like opening her soul to us. You know what I mean? Like she's being at her most vulnerable and like
Who
in her
does that
vulnerability.
anymore?
Yeah,
Who does
exactly.
that anymore?
Exactly. And like in her vulnerability, she's able to heal us, right? Because like she's going through things that we think we're all alone in. And, we
Oh my
don't
god.
know this woman personally, but somehow we can connect with her better than we can connect to anyone that we know in real life. You know what I mean? So it's just she's just so brilliant. And this is, I think, again, the difference between like a lamb and just a fan of her music. Like a lamb will really like it's a trauma bond, right? And we hold to like those lyrics of hers and like her exposing herself, and then at the same time being able to heal us. And I always think like it's wild to think about this, but if she didn't exist, like where would so many of us be, right? Because like she's been like our inspiration, our motivation,
Yeah.
and our role model through so many things. And I literally can say like I don't know what my life would have been like without her, and I'm
Right.
glad that I don't need to, right? So like, and I feel like in a way we can also kind of apply that to ourselves. Like no one's going to be Mariah Carey obviously, but just thinking that like one person can like be able to touch so many
Yeah,
people, like that's so
it's
powerful.
moving. It's
Yeah.
inspirational. Yeah, thank you, Glitter, for pouring your heart out and sharing. Because yeah, like you said, like you spoke so much truth, so many truths about I Wish You Well, and of course like Mariah's power as a songwriter and singer. How she's able to touch so many people, specifically us lambs. And yeah, thank you for that. Like
And
you
what I
rock.
have to say
And then
on
of
that.
course Nora wants to go since she hasn't gotten the chance to speak about the song yet.
Okay, then I can say it.
Hey lambs, Chase, thank you so much for sharing and being vulnerable with us. I've been looking through people's profiles and everything, and I saw what you had said about being a former foster child, and I just love that you brought attention to the lyrics and just talking to us about childhood trauma. I know Mariah has mentioned that throughout the memoir, so thank you again for just sharing that information with us. Glitter, I know how much you love Mariah, girl. Listen, see, you get so
Yes.
emotional, so sweet. Aw, I love that. No, but for real, like. So as I'm listening to this, and just even this whole entire weekend, I love April for Mariah because it's just emancipation, emancipation. And I remember when the album title came out, I don't know if I was the only one, but maybe we didn't think like, okay, emancipation equals MC² too, you know, like I sort of maybe side-eyed it like, okay, she could never top, you know what I mean, or maybe just feeling like we don't understand it, maybe, or just wondering what it is. And as I'm reflecting on this weekend, you know, after the 14th, I think it's the 14th or the 18th, listen, one of these 18, there's so many anniversaries, Mariah, of emancipation. And then I think about this one as well. Like, I wasn't here for the beginning. I only came in at, I think it was like O.O.C. So I missed most of the record when y'all were talking about it. I'm sorry. I take a breath. I just think about and I reflect on emancipation and what that means for her. Like, the memoir came out in 2020. This album came out in 2008. Like, I remember in Rose's space, we were talking about how side effects. We had mentioned that song, I think, during one of her spaces, and we were talking about how it took her so long to even speak after the divorce. It took her 10 years to speak on the divorce. And then I think about I Wish You Well, specifically her talking about her family. Like, we knew, you know, her ex-brother and ex-sister were talking about her, but for her to address it really in a song, like, to me that feels like another expression of emancipation. Like, I Wish You Well, Side Effects, like those two songs, I feel like that's where the emancipation aspect comes in. Just her being able to tell her truth. Like, I don't feel like before then she had ever really done that. I mean, she had talked about her father and the loss, you know, because of, you know, right after it happened in Charm Bracelet, but in terms of really addressing like something that, oh, I'm sorry, I'm moving to the next section, to the next subject. But even when she talks about in the memoir how she protected people, like, that was something I didn't understand. But then when I think about it just this weekend, and us talking about equals MC² and her with this specific song, I Wish You Well, you know, Glitter was saying, you know, she was dragging the fuck out of them. But even just her talking about you know, shedding light on the abuse that she went through and how she was a scared child, you know. I just think about how much she has in the past, how much she has protecting them from the light of their actions, and the fact that she's able to, back then in 2008, even before the memoir came out, she was even able to give just a little tiny piece of what the hell is going on, give us a picture of what she's still holding. I know even in 2009 she did languishing, and she was still, you know, holding on to those feelings. But I guess what I'm saying is I appreciate her being able to emancipate that part of herself, even still continuing to do so, you know, as she sheds light on what happened in her past. So I feel like I didn't understand the emancipation aspect of it times two, but now I do. So that's just what I wanted to say.
Thank
I
you
can
so much
definitely
for that.
appreciate your, you know, take on that for sure. I want to remind everyone, I love a good tangent. Of course, we all do, but if we could just please try to keep our thoughts on just the song, you know, like 2 minutes max and move on, because we've been here for almost 3 hours for the space and
Yeah.
everything. The emancipation space, if I put everything together, we were here for like 7 hours. So please just try to keep it like, oh, this
Yeah,
is
and
what I
it's not
think
that we
about the
don't want to hear
song
from
in
you
two
guys. Of course,
minutes.
we love hearing from you guys.
Yes,
It's just,
it's
you know, like
just, I
we
know we
want to
all
be
love a
considerate of everyone's
tangent, and
time.
if we go through all of them, we gonna be here all day. So
Yeah,
it's
because like
no
I don't want to take up, you know,
disrespect.
too much
We
of
love
your time, because
everybody,
as
of
much as I love
course.
a good
I
tangent,
just
like
wanted to say
I
that,
would
that's
never
all.
want to like take up people's time, you know?
Yeah, because it's been almost 3 hours. But all love to everybody. I just wanted to
Yes.
have that little note, is
And
all.
y'all are the realest lambs.
And
Love you out
yeah,
there.
so Octavia wanted to say her piece, and then we'll have RJ.
I said I love to hear any artist that will pour out their heart and soul. I would love to hear any person call out any artist that ever does that. Like, really, Mariah brought us together.
Yeah.
Mariah knows what she's doing, and that's why we love her. But go on.
Yeah, I can definitely agree with that for sure. And now on to RJ.
Yeah, definitely, Octavia. I mean, that says it all. Like, this song is life changing and just so vulnerable. And it's interesting that Nora brought up languishing, because I was literally thinking that as she was talking about how they're both like about the same people, or just that same feeling. And I don't know the exact lyric, but just like I loved you the best I could. Like, this definitely about her brother and sister, but I feel like it's about everyone, like from Walter to Corey Rooney to Tommy to everyone that's wronged her, and like just showing being the queen she is. Like, I wish you well. Like, that's all you can do, and you learn from the situation and you better yourself. And yeah, Mariah should always be applauded for sharing herself with us, and that's why I never stand for people hating on certain songs. Like, you could never do that to me, like, and really care about her as a person. So yeah, this song is very important to me.
I appreciate everyone giving, their moments for this song and sharing how it's, helped and impacted them. I think there's value in that. I think that's important. So I wanted to have that little note there. And now we'll go on to the two bonus tracks. Did you want to say something really quickly, Guadalupe?
Yeah, I just wanted to say that I actually saw the that comment that Chase made on the Titans run, and I just thought that this song is very beautiful, and I actually took the time to read all the verses that are mentioned in the song, and they ring true. So it was really a special song for me.
I really appreciate that, Guadalupe. I will say that. And now let's get to the bonus tracks. So there's two of them. The first one is going to be track number 15, which is Heat. You think I won't come out these all right, so that's gonna be Heat. So the story of me with this song is actually really interesting. So whenever I first heard this song, it was because people would be making edits on here and stuff, and those are iconic. If you know, you know. Like people kind of just like ate with those. So I love moments like that, I will say. And then so I kind of always associate with that. And then basically she did the version of the song for MC30, like the album adding in the extra tracks. I mean, excuse me. And so like I listened to it and I don't know why I couldn't get into it. But then I kept coming back to it. I was like, well, if I keep coming back to this song over and over again, like obviously there's something I like about it. So it grew, it grew. I think it's a cute moment. I think it's something fun, doesn't take itself too seriously. So I like it and those are my thoughts.
Yes, yes, yes. I love Heat. This is like such a killer track. Like, it packs a punch, and it's like honestly, this is the song you want to have while playing like at a fight. I don't know. It sounds so random and sounds so weird, but I don't know.
Period.
It's a great fight song. Like, whether you're boxing or something, I don't know. It's just a fun little violent song, but violent in the most lighthearted way possible. But yeah, no, I just love that Mariah can take jabs at someone casually and just sound so like nonchalant about it, just like so casual, like she sounds like so soft spoken, but when you really look at her lyrics, it's like nope, she's brutal. She's gonna take a jab at you, but do it in such a classy way. So yeah, I just love this track. Fire production, like fire delivery. Love everything about it.
All right. So first up, we'll do Heartstopper, Raya.
I love this song. It's a song you would play at the gym. It's a song you want to beat the shit out of someone. It's a song when you see JLo down the street, you want to kick her ass. You just play this song in the background.
This is a classy
Um,
party.
yes, and then that's about it. That's a wrap.
Period. Period. Next up, we'll do RJ.
Yeah, definitely a fight song. I know this is Glitter's fight song,
Yes.
which I'm sure she will get to. Uh, this is a grower. Like, I have to admit, I did not love it when it first came out. I was like, I could see why it was left off the album, and I was dumb. Okay, because it's a really hot song, and we want to talk about Mariah being ahead of her time. This song proves that because it's just sounds current, like sounds like something that fits today. And I always loved the what you call it, kind of like the way the song begins, but then as it went into the verses and stuff, I wasn't sure how I felt about it. But now, again, I'm looking back, I'm like, what was I thinking? But I think it's because Mariah was ahead of her time. And yeah, and like Jay was saying about her being soft spoken, but that's the genius of Mariah's. Like, she even says it in the lyrics, like, don't think I won't come out these heels and take it there. So it's like, she says it in the sweetest way, but it really is like, I mean, business. So yeah, the song is hot today. Like, I could see it going viral on TikTok, definitely.
So real for that, and thank you. And then of course, I guess Anastasia and I said, if you want to talk, just raise your hand and we'll get to you. So who's next in the order? I think is it
I
Who?
think I saw Glitter.
Glitter. Okay, so Glitter go.
Well, this is one of my like RJ said, my fight song. Um it makes me want to kick somebody's ass. I'm not even a violent person, but um yeah, so this song literally like after a football game that like we won, I was like bumping it on high because it's sampling Wu-Tang, right? Like that's already gonna give you those kind of like hood raya vibes. So it's sampling Wu-Tang Clan Ain't Nothing to Fuck With, which samples The Message by Brass Construction. And she also interpolates Don't Mess With My Man by Nevaeh, which are all, just very like those songs go really hard. And I love how this is only one of two songs where she's directly speaking to a woman. I don't know what woman, I don't know who pissed her off, but in Mariah's whole discography, there's only two times where she's like just blatantly like talking to some chick, and it's Ex-Girlfriend and Heat. And so it's like, you don't want Mariah to sing about you, because if she does sing about you, she's coming for your ass. And I just
Yeah.
like,
Frankly, yeah, you don't want Mariah smoke. And Glitter, you spoke it so eloquently. Like, I don't know anyone that could describe it better than you or RJ or Anastasia. Like, y'all are the most eloquent speakers I know. So, thank you. And then now I think we're gonna get to Octavia.
Okay, this is one of my favorites. Okay, I love when she get like this. That's why I love Ex-Girlfriend. Cause dude, I love
Thank you, Octavia.
it.
Ex-Girlfriend or Bob. That could have been a single. Sorry, sorry.
I
People don't want to give
love when
Ex-Girlfriend its tens, but you either have taste or you don't, and that's what I'm gonna say
period.
that, but you continue.
She shouldn't always be so sweet and innocent. I love when she get like this. We need more of this.
Exactly, exactly. I think Michelle is next.
Yeah, Glitter pretty much was on point with that. This song is like, I didn't know how to feel about it the first time I heard it, and then I started to listen to it. I was like, wow, okay, Mariah is very New York. Like, yeah, she's got the ensemble, she's got the Louboutins on, but she will come out of her face, and that's exactly what she did in the song.
And punch
listen,
you in the face.
stilettos can double as weapons. That's all I'm saying. That's why we wear them.
Yes, yes, like she
Fashion,
definitely
accessory,
came
and
out.
weapon. And we love the versatility. Yeah, so no, yeah, Michelle, thank you so much for speaking. Like, you're always so real. Like, thanks for the praise for this amazing song. So yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's Stargirl and then Chase.
Oh, okay. I love this song. I love the sample. I'm always quoting it. This song is just she's so funny. This is my angry song. It's probably at the top of my angry playlist next to Don't Hurt Yourself, but I love this
Oh,
song.
you so real for that Beyonce
Yeah,
praise. Beyonce, one of the queens, period.
it-
Real.
yeah, and that's all I have to say because y'all already spoke on the points.
All right,
Period.
perfect. Now Chase can go. Thank you, Stargirl.
No, love Glitter's commentary on this. I'm laughing here. Everyone else is as well. I just want to say I love her vocal flourishes at the end of like the little, gosh, I don't know what word it is, but the what you were playing, Anastasia, her little like trills at the end. I think they're very pretty. That's all I wanted to say.
Mm-hmm. Period. Yeah, so thank you for your commentary, Chase. Love hearing from you. And then if no one else has their hand raised, I think we're gonna move on to For Real, For Real. Okay, no objection. We're moving on to the next track, I think. Or Nora, do you want to say something?
Can I be the first person to speak on For Real For Real? That's my fucking song.
Yes. Oh, we'll give you
Mine
dibs.
too. That's my song.
Sure.
And guys,
Just
don't
just keep your
forget
Me
hand
to
raised, and of
too.
course I'll keep you in mind. Okay.
Yeah,
don't
we got
forget
you
to
guys. We'll remember. We'll remember. Now we're gonna move on to the 16th and final track, For Real, featuring Brat. Alright, so that's For Real with the Brat. So, overall thoughts on this one. Another song that did grow on me. I will say the Brat ate up her verse. Like, she really cleaned up. I really love her wordplay. I love the writing. I love the delivery. Like, when Mariah and the Brat came together, they always ate, and that's period. Like, you have Heartbreaker remix. You have the Loverboy remix moments, they just like always came together and like had moments, and there's other stuff they did together as well, but those moments, some of my faves. So yeah, the Brat really chewed and did what you had to do. So I love that. I like what Mariah was doing with the vocals. I can appreciate the lyrics. I can appreciate the production. So yeah, like I said, it's definitely one that has grown on me, and I can definitely appreciate it for what it is. I will say, I think I probably need to listen to it more, actually.
Yeah, you're right, Anastasia. You definitely need to listen to it more because it's definitely such a awesome top tier track for me. I don't know how high I'd rank it on the album because, like I said, my rankings fluctuate for her albums, and especially Equals Empty Squared. But yeah, no, I love this collab. Like Mariah and the Brat never miss. It's like wow, like it's magic. With Always Be My Baby remix, Heartbreaker remix, Loverboy remix, and now this, and of course, Got a Thing for You. Like, just love, love, love their collabs. Just genius. Of course, not Missy, the Brat. Sorry, not me confusing the Brat for one of the other
Missy the
collaborators.
Queen of Rap.
She's the queen of rap too, but yeah, the Brat's also another one of the queens too. I just love the Brat's like delivery and cadence and flow on the song. It's just so awesome. And Mariah's voice in the song is great too. And I love the whistles. Like I've even tried to replicate the whistles, and they're like hard. It's like there's a way she goes about delivering them, and it's like I always end up sounding like a tea kettle when I try the whistles. But yeah, no, it's such a fun record. I love and look forward to this track every time I play the album. But yeah, I think we're gonna go with Miguel and then Octavia. So thank you for
Wait,
coming to our
Nora
space.
said she wanted to have
Oh, I'm
first
so sorry,
dibs.
Nora. Like,
Yeah, so
my memory is like a goldfish.
Listen,
we'll
we gonna
do
fight, Jay. We gonna
Nora
fight.
first. Yeah. And then we'll
Yeah,
do
Nora,
Miguel.
Miguel, and then Octavia. Sorry, I meant to remember.
Listen. One thing Mariah's gonna do, she's gonna eat up a second verse. Like, stop fucking playing. Oh my god.
Oh, you're so good.
Period.
Because her second verses chew up the first verses. Even though first
Listen, the
verses are great, of
second
course. But yeah.
verse, she says, "Stop playing with me. Like, I'm not one of these other hoes. Stop playing with me. Like, come over here." Oh my god. No, listen, her falsetto in 2008 was so good. Like, I know y'all know the Love Story MTV performance. Like, her falsetto was so beautiful. Like, oh my god, for real. Like, my bitch is an R&B bitch, and fuck TM for really trying to like he really just was a racist ass bitch. Like, fuck him. Like, Mariah is in her bag. It's
Period.
her black bag. Black R&B hip hop. Like, that's her bag. I'm sorry, I don't know nothing else other than R&B Riot to me. Like, for real is like literally it's top 5 for me. I'm getting chills right now. Listen, it's top 5 for me. Like, for real,
And I would
like,
agree
she
with you. I'd
ate, I
stand by you, sister.
swear. Yes, and happy birthday to So Brat because it is her birthday today. She is 49. So yes, happy birthday
Yes.
to
Happy
you.
Period.
birthday
Happy
to the
birthday to
Brat.
Yes,
Happy
happy
Period. Rap
birthday.
birthday to
icon.
the Brat.
Period. She opened the doors for so many. We gotta respect her talent and what she's done for rap at large. So, all respect to her. I definitely will say that. I loved your commentary, Nora, and so many good points were made. I will say that. And next up, we will be moving on to Miguel.
Yes. Thank you for coming to this beautiful space, Miguel.
Thank you, guys. Um, I love that song so much. It's like, to be honest with you, it's like literally my top 5 on my list on that album. Like, literally, like if I had to make a top 5 on that album, it would be literally that song. That song is really, really good. The Brat bodied that like verse. She bodied it. I mean, what I feel like, to be honest, I feel like what Mariah can't do. She is the queen of everything. Like, she could do hip hop, she could do pop, she could do, she can even do a little
She's really
reggae. Like,
versatile. She can do any genre, period.
she could
Even
do a little
country.
reggae. You see, she did reggae cruise control with Damian Marley. She could do anything. Like, she is a queen of just doing anything and taking risks because it's hard, like to be a star, an artist, and trying to. Sometimes they'll tell you, "Oh, don't take a risk in your niche. If you're good in one thing, don't try to step out the box and do something else because you might, fuck it up." But with her, she is like born to do every genre of music because not everybody could do that. Not everybody could just do all types of music and be fire the way she is. You feel me? Mariah is a musical genius. And what hurts me a lot of is that people. I don't know if you guys agree with me. I feel like she and Little Kim is the disrespected legends. Like, these people like sit here
Yes.
and talk about you and say, "Oh, like you don't sound the same like you were when you were 20." Of course, you're not gonna sound the same. You're gonna sound great, but you're not gonna sound the same when you were 21. I mean, and then you're just talking about how you don't got it anymore when you still do got that shit. You feel me? Like, no one can take away your gift. Once you have your gift, you still got your gift. And she's that one person that had her gift since childhood, and she's blessing us every day with fire music. You feel me? Like, people need to like really appreciate her because I feel like, I don't know if you guys are gonna agree with me, when she passes away, that's when you're gonna see fake love. Oh, I love her so much. Da da da. Rest in peace. Da 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 da. You were great when you were here. Nah, don't do it when she dies. Do it right now when she's alive. You feel me? Give her all her grace. Give her all her love because she deserves it.
Yes,
Because
I
she's phenomenal at
definitely
what she
agree with
does.
that. I definitely agree with that. I really believe in giving people their flowers while they're here to receive them, and I'll always give Mariah her flowers till the end of time, no pun
Exactly,
intended.
Miguel.
You
You
know, I
you brought
really
up
love
such
those
great
moments,
points.
so I can definitely appreciate that for sure. Next up, we'll go on to Octavia.
Okay, no, before I get into it, Nora, I just followed you, but that's my favorite song after the album. God, that's my favorite song. Top 5. Oh my god. Nobody can do it better than Brat and Mariah. Like, come on. Like, literally. And happy birthday, Brat. But honestly, that girl can do almost anything. Everything, to be exact. So, it's nothing she can't do. And I do agree with you, Miguel. When she gone, they gonna be boohooing, but I'm giving her her flowers now.
Period. Period, Octavia. Next up
So
is
real.
Glitter. You still here, Glitter?
Oh, hey, sorry, I didn't hear you say my name. My child was being loud, but yeah, no, I happy birthday to the brat. Obviously, yeah, I'm happy somebody already shouted her out, but yeah, she's one of the pioneers, and we love her. This song is such a bop, and I love how she's like she references so many other songs. Like she references Michael again, and she also references that wild unhinged as we lay song that is a bop but very questionable lyrics, but but yeah, so no, I love it, and I love uh both of the bonus tracks. I feel like again it's one of those situations where it was just hard to find the placement within the full album, but I really appreciate that she gave us those gems later, so thanks to Mariah and Spotify for that. And if I just want to say one thing about like the album, and I guess we can segue to like wrapping up talking about the whole album. But I actually named my little in the sorority after this album. Her nickname is MC, and yeah, she crossed at the same time that this came out, and I love how it's got the same like sister vibe with the Emancipation of Mimi, and I love how this one got to be like I guess even more playful. Like she was in her bag so much and had just like so much content, you know what I mean? And so nice you gotta do it twice. So I really love that, she put out Einstein like that. And I did get it initially when it came out, and I just thought she was like brilliant, and because she is obviously. Um but yeah, no, I love the pink yet lavender moment, and thank you for giving us the opportunity to praise Einstein because it deserves it.
Of
Of
course. Thank you
course,
so
this
much
was
for
our
taking the
mutual
time to talk
Mariah's
with us.
idea, so I have to give her credit for that and
We
stuff. She
love
was
British
saying we
Mariah.
should
She's so
do a
real.
spaces on emancipation and E. So if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be hosting this. So I can't take credit for that. It was her idea. So all credit to her, and glad that
Our
we're
favorite
here
British
having this
lamb.
moment.
We love you, Mariah.
Yeah, she's so iconic for real. So yeah, it's a friend that
I
we
mean,
have and whatever. Yeah.
yeah, like every year we always like do like the anniversary celebrations, so someone's always gonna do it. But I appreciate that y'all were doing it this time around, and great job.
Yeah, I
Exactly.
love to host, so that's why whenever she suggested it, I was like, oh, I'll host. Like, why not? I really
Exactly.
enjoy
And
it.
then
It's really
reminder for
fun.
Mariah's anniversary, her own anniversary. I'll be hosting the space on my page next year. Unlike what other people may tell you, I don't believe the rumors. I'm gonna be the one hosting.
Slay, slay. Octavia, you want to go next?
Yeah, I have a question. I already said what I said about the album. will you guys be doing Mariah Carey the debut album?
I'm gonna do it for all her albums whenever the anniversary comes up. I think I might do some stuff on my YouTube channel as well. I have videos on all of her albums on my YouTube, so we'll do it, as it comes probably. If you guys want to check out my YouTube channel, I put it somewhere in the Jumbotron. If you go on my page, my pinned tweet, it is actually like my favorite video I've done is the deep dive that I did on her. I'll rethrow it in the Jumbotron. So yeah, we will, do it, in order sequentially, and that is the goal. So yeah.
Okay.
Hashtag Einstein Appreciation Day.
Period. I
Yeah,
love that Michelle's
Einstein
getting her a
Appreciation
moment for
Day.
E because Michelle stands E down. Like, I love
Yeah,
that you're getting your
literally. The way
moment.
that I stand her
Oh,
bracelet, she stands Einstein.
did you do
Yes.
Rainbow? It's another album you need to
Well,
do.
Rainbow's not coming up till November,
Yeah, so
so
it's gonna be much later
yeah,
in the year.
exactly. Yeah, we're doing them in order as they come. It's something that we
Alright.
decided it would be fun to do. So as Rainbow
Because
comes
I
on,
will
yes,
be
I'm
there.
a
I
Rainbow
will be
stan.
there.
Like anybody who follow me know I'm a Rainbow stan. I don't tolerate Rainbow slander. Like that's period. So I will be giving Rainbow its flowers for the anniversary. So yeah, just if you don't want to miss on the spaces, just follow me and hit the reminders for when I do spaces, and then it'll let you know when I host them.
Exactly, and then follow me as
Yes.
well because while Anastasia's the one that does more spaces than I do typically, I'm gonna be starting to do more spaces later on
Yes,
next
I'm
month. So
excited
so
for Jay to
please tune
start
in.
doing his own spaces. So definitely follow him, and he's really funny.
Thank you.
Anyone else want to speak on a song that hasn't already? If so, please raise your hand so we can give you that moment. All right. First up, we'll do Chase.
No, I just wanted to speak on the album title. I find it really cute. Energy, energy equals mass times light squared. Energy equals Mariah Carey squared. I find it brilliant. It's Mariah Carey's mind working at the speed of light.
Well, actually, I think I read for the title. She said it was like the emancipation of Mariah Carey to the
Oh,
second power. So it's kind of
okay.
like
Yeah.
the dessert to emancipation. I will talk a little bit about that later because it kind of ties into my overall thoughts on the album. So after everyone says their thoughts on this song, we will have a section where we'll give like quick, brief thoughts on our overall thoughts on the album. So I'll tie everything in together. But yeah, Mariah's Mind 8 and period. When I say Mariah the scientist, I'm thinking of her, and the other one we don't know her. I call her the biologist, and
Right.
that's period. When
The
people say
biology is fucking
Mariah, I
crazy,
think of the
but
one that can sing, but that's beside the point. Next up is gonna be Miguel.
Yeah, to tie back, or to tie on, EMC² and stuff, and about like the last track we were just talking about. I don't know if you guys knew, like, you remember the infamous McDonald's sit down eating and stuff, and Mariah went to McDonald's with the Brat. She bought some food, and she said, "I only got $20," and they bought the food and ate it and signed autograph in the McDonald's. That was an epic moment. Did you saw
I
that?
know inflation's crazy. It reminds you that back then you could get so much for $20, but now you can barely get anything.
That's so true. That's so true. That's so true. And yeah, now I think we're into overall thoughts on the album. So yeah, try to keep it somewhat brief. Like I said, 2 minutes max. So I'll go really quickly. I think this is a great album. I feel like it's grown on me the more that I have listened to it. I will say. For me, not one of my favorite albums that she's done, just because I have ones that I personally prefer more. And also with the Emancipation Mimi, we know that it was her big comeback. We love that, one of the best comebacks, actually the best comeback of all time, actually, if we're actually being real for a minute. And that will never be duplicated, period. We belong together, smash shit, we love it. And so
Facts,
Exactly.
basically,
Anastasia.
the entire thing is like, with this album, like I was already talking about the title, it is the emancipation of Mariah Carey to the second power. She basically said this is like the dessert to emancipation. I feel like Emancipation is a better album. I feel like for her albums, the concepts are normally more like unique and stuff. And I just feel like she was trying to recreate what she did with Emancipation with this album. I personally feel like Emancipation is better. That's my opinion is there. Still think this is a great album, has some of my favorite Mariah songs on it. But yeah, Emancipation is just superior in my personal opinion. So I will say that. Amazing vocals, one of the best singers of all time, of course. Love the songwriting, strong songwriter in the Songwriters Hall of Fame for a reason. Love the production. I appreciate, the place that it has in her discography. And those are basically my overall thoughts on this record.
Yeah, my thoughts on the record. Love Einstein. It's definitely not like a album I rank high in my personal ranking for a discography, but I do enjoy it and do appreciate it for what it is. And honestly, it's a record that has grown on me over the years, and it's just like wow, like it does have some of her best songs. It has "I Wish You Well," "I Stay in Love," it has side effects. Like it really has some of her most important songs on here. So like I will have that appreciation for Einstein, even if it's not the album that I listen to constantly in comparison to albums like Butterfly, Charm Bracelet, Caution, or Memoirs. But like I appreciate the album for what it is, and it's really something where Mariah snapped. And I love that she had so much fun with this era. And yeah, like I just it was so fun witnessing this era in real time in back in 2008 because it was my second era as a lamb. But yeah, no, like Mariah, great songwriter, stunning vocalist. Like no one is seeing her. Like give Mariah her props, give her flowers because she's the blueprint for your faves. Like I said.
All right, so I think next up is going to be Susie, actually.
Yeah, I have to agree with some of what Jay was saying. When he was saying that this album for me, at first, I did not, it was not my favorite. But I don't know, something happened this year, and all of a sudden, I really enjoy the album. And I really started to appreciate it because this album has crossed boundaries musically, like through every genre. Like this is the perfect example of what she wanted to do back in the 90s, and now that she has that freedom, she definitely went off. Like she went from gospel to ballads to girly songs to personal songs to a club song, and then there's that number one that we will never forget. And I personally love the photo shoot. I think it's one of her like her most executed photo shoots ever. Like even though it's black and white, it still like stands out. Like there's something about it that I don't know, it just like we don't need color for this album. It's black and white, looks so good on this album. That's it.
Period. I really appreciate your talking about like the aesthetics and stuff like that. I think that that's really interesting. I think I read somewhere that, you know, like the dress on the cover or whatever she's wearing, it was like homage to Marilyn Monroe. Like I'm pretty sure I read it somewhere. Hopefully that's true. But we know that she stand Marilyn Monroe down, you know, her daughter being named
Me
after
too.
Marilyn, and you know, the
I
makeup
love that.
compact moment and stuff like that. The I Still Believe homage, don't forget about us homage, and so on. Like there's she just really loves Marilyn. So I thought that was a nice tie-in, so I will have that moment. So I appreciate that. Let's have Miguel up next.
To tie what you were saying a little bit, Anastasia, about how it's not really your favorite. I could definitely agree with you on that one. It eventually grew. I feel like everybody' personal favorite, of course, is Emancipation of Mimi, of course, because it was a phenomenal album. I I think when she dropped Charm Bracelet, people felt like she wasn't gonna come back hard. So she had to like really come back harder than Charm Bracelet, because Charm Bracelet was underrated. You feel me? To many, but even though we appreciate it as lands, we other people just were wasn't appreciating the album as it was supposed to be. You feel me? Um, she ended up dropping Emancipation Mimi, and it became like global international success. I feel the same way like with Usher when he came out with A701. Then when he came out with Confession came out around the same time Emancipation Movie, literally about the same time, and their album both went number one, and they were both great, phenomenal albums. And he had to prove himself because A701, he did good, but they were like, he had to come back harder. And JD, also worked on that album, so both albums were amazingly classical albums and fireworks. So it's like you know, I can't get away from Emancipation Meme. It's like I listen to it almost every day. It's like my vocal Bible. I listen to it every day, especially Fly Like a Bird. When I get up in the morning, that's the first track I listen to. It makes me feel good. It makes me, if I'm stressed the fuck out and I need something to deal with, like that's the first song I turn on and listen to. It just make me happy and I'm back to my normal self again. So I always tell people, whenever you feel depressed or sad, you want to do suicide, I advise you to listen to Fly Like a Bird. It will change you from killing yourself or whatever you feel like. That song will change you. It will save your life. I feel like it saved many people's lives, and Mariah Carey music probably saved 1,000 lives because maybe a lot of people may
Yeah.
want to commit suicide or something. They don't feel like they belong here in this earth. We do belong here. We should love each other. Sometimes when you
Yeah,
don't have self
thank you
love,
for
you would do
yeah.
stuff like that. You feel me? So
Yeah,
I feel
I
like
feel you on that.
Fly Like
Yeah,
a
so
Bird did that for me.
yeah, no, I feel you on that. Thank you for your thoughts. Yeah, I appreciate you contributing. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I
I
think
think
we'll have Michelle up next.
Michelle.
I just want to thank all you beautiful lambs here.
Period.
No, seriously. This was a great space. I appreciate the love for Einstein. Um, I feel like it's underappreciated, and people tend to ignore it, but it's probably one of her greatest works. And stream Einstein all day today and tomorrow. Actually, tomorrow, but yeah.
Period. Period.
Can I
All right,
go next?
Yeah,
Octavia,
sure.
and then Heartstopper Raya.
Okay, so one thing that me and Mariah do have in common, we both love Maryland. Damn. This album for me is my top 5. Like, oh my god. Number 3 in my opinion. I cannot go a day without listening to I Wish She Will. Like every time I go to sleep, I have to cut that on because, like I said, when she's gone, don't be saying that. Mariah was the best. You should have appreciated her music and her lyricism when she was here. So that's all I got.
Period. I definitely agree with that, Octavia. Next up is Heartstopper Raya.
Just real quick, uh, thank you for the space. It was really good, and I really wish we had a tour for Einstein. I know she's busy having them babies, I believe, so uh, understandable, right? But it would have been nice. What would have been, right? So if it was one of my 3 wishes, I would wish for that. Thank you.
Period.
Yeah,
Period.
thank you for contributing. Love you, Heartstopper Raya, for coming. So real. Anyone else got any concluding
See you in
thoughts?
Vegas, Hotstep Raya.
Period. I'm gonna see Miguel, Michelle, Heartstopper Raya, Queen Shade, and everyone in Vegas. So
Yes. I think
anyone else in
Chase is
Vegas,
next up.
stop by. Anyways, go right ahead, Chase.
Yeah, there's a parallel to me with equals MC² and Emancipation, in that it seems like they start off in the club and end at the church. The albums, I found that a little interesting.
Ooh, that is interesting.
Yeah, like it's a full circle moment, and I think it just encapsulates the range that Mariah has in terms thematically, lyrically, sonically, vocally, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And this album was always have a dear place in my heart because I always loved Mariah as a kid growing up, but when she came with Touch My Body, like I said, everyone loved it where I was at in school, at college, and I started delving more into her discography. I think this is a slept on classic, like Michelle said. And I think with time, I think a lot of these songs could be viral, like it's a rap moments. So, like so many of these songs. I just want to say that for the record. And thanks, Anastasia and Jay, for hosting an incredible space as always. Love it. And it's very cathartic and beautiful moments. So thank you.
Thank you for coming, Chase,
Yes,
and
I
thank you so
appreciate
much for
you so
supporting.
much, Chase. I'm glad that you were able to come on and speak. I always appreciate your words. You're such
Love
a
you,
great wordsmith, and you're
brother.
very articulate and detailed and just very brilliant. So I really
Thank you.
appreciate you,
I love you
Chase.
so much for the
Such a
feedback,
positive
and of
guy,
course
Taurus
for being
King,
so
period.
positive. Like you're such a
Love
king. I
you,
love
Exactly.
you.
Yes,
Chase.
all
Yeah.
love.
So yeah, with that out of the way, thank you all so much for coming to our Einstein space. Like it means so much
Period.
to have the tournament out that we did.
Yes, I'm glad that we all got to come and have this moment and bond together over Mariah's music. And like I said, more spaces on her are definitely coming for sure. And this one will be recorded and thrown up on my YouTube channel. Hopefully in the next few days. I got
Exactly.
to get through the Emancipation one first, but I will get this one out, and then
Period.
we will be doing more. So if you want to see more of these, just follow me and stuff. Retweet them, share them to your land friends because I want to get them out and stuff. So I will say that. Thank you guys so much for
Period. So
coming. Share
thank
your
you so much
thoughts on
for
the
coming.
album,
Oh,
Yeah,
sharing your
and then of course,
stories and
please,
stuff.
guys,
yeah,
please
All
and then
means
listen
a
to
lot.
Adriana,
Anastasia's YouTube channels. Like they're very in depth,
very
very
good.
well worked out,
and I learned a lot of stuff. So
Yeah, check out
for sure.
Anastasia's new reactions to Me/Mine by Kelly Clarkson and Kill Bill remix by Doja and SZA Cat. And speaking of that,
Not
I know
Doja and
Anastasia,
SZA Cat, please. Your brain
SZA and Doja
malfunctioned.
Cat. I know. I stayed up a long time, so my brain's not working the best. But
Oh,
anyways,
me too.
yeah. So obviously Anastasia knows this segue. So if you check my
Yes.
pinned post on the Jumbotron or pin post on my profile, Kelly Clarkson today just released 2 new songs called Me/Mine, and it would
One thing
mean a
about
lot if
Jay, he gonna
Lamb,
get in the Kelly Clarkson promo.
as I should. But yeah, no, like yeah, it would mean the most lambs if y'all could support Kelly because obviously Kelly loves Mariah, she respects her, she reveres her, and of course respects the
Yes.
contribution she has done, and of course the influence that she has given to Mariah, and of course they are very
Yes.
loving towards each other, and they have just a bond with each other. So it would mean the
Yes.
world if you could support Kelly and stream and buy her new songs because it would be awesome to see how we can get it to chart. So
Yeah, so we will definitely see what we can do for Kelly's new
I wish
single.
they
Go
can work
stream, go
together.
check out the YouTube channel. And now, if you guys would like to see more content of Mariah, I've done videos on all of her albums. Again, some very in-depth stuff. My deep dive on her is the best work I've done. It's pinned on my profile. But yeah, thank you guys so much for speaking. And yeah, see you next time. Have a good night.
period. Have a good night. Love y'all.
Love you guys.
Bye.
So I forgot to add this, but the cover for this album isn't particularly my favorite. Again, it just kind of feels like she's trying to rehash the cover for the emancipation of Mimi here and like all that stuff. Just not really my favorite. And then the sex splattered at the bottom. It's just something that I don't particularly gravitate towards. Not it's particularly bad cover, but just not something that is my favorite. So I'll definitely say that in regards to that. But that's gonna be it for the equals MC² space that I hosted. If you guys would like to be a part of more of these discussions, follow me on Twitter at the Anastasia25, and I usually announce them on here also on like my community tab as well. But yeah, on Twitter, like you'll know, you can hit the set reminder button. If you hit CTO Tales, then it'll give you more information and stuff so you guys can tap into more spaces and everything. I wanted to say thank you so much to Jay for co-hosting with me. I believe I had Michaela Ozza co-host as well. Mimi Folklore was probably up there at some point, so thank you guys for co-hosting and stuff like that with me as well. And I really appreciate everyone for tapping in and sharing their stories and opinions on this album and stuff like that. I think it's really fun. Also, I wanted to say that, I'm pretty good friends with like Jay and Mimi Folklore, for example. I'm friends with Octavia and other people in the space and whatever. And like we talk on our own Twitter spaces and like outside of the app, like in general. And so because of that, like we have a certain rapport that we've built. I don't want you guys to be listening and be like, oh, why is this like one person like being so rude and it's like really my friend the entire time. I was telling one of my friends, like, people gonna think you hate me listening back to the space. And yeah, it's just really a rapport we built. Again, it's all in good fun, but I just wanted to have the disclaimer. But yeah, thank you to everyone so much for tapping in. Shout out to our friend Mariah that we know on Twitter, who happens to be British. Shout out to her for suggesting the emancipation space and this one as well. It was really nice to have moments to celebrate Mariah and stuff like that. More spaces will be to come and everything, so that's definitely going to be something that's very fun. Again, follow me on Twitter if you guys would like to check that out as well. And yeah, if you guys want to see more videos on Mariah, I'll have a card on the screen right here to where you guys can go to. It'll be at the end of this video, link down below in the description. But that's going to be it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, give it a like down below. Helps you unlock YouTube algorithm. I very much appreciate it. You can subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. If you hit the bell, get notification to your phone when I post and have some brand new videos come out. First link down below in the description is going to be my second channel. Subscribe to see more from me over there. I am hoping to have some more videos out, hopefully in like the next week or so. I have like 3 videos I've recorded that needs to get out, but I've been busy and things have happened, but I want to get those out over here. I'm going to upload the Thankful Kelly Clarkson space, hopefully sometime this week as well on this channel, so definitely tap in for that. I'm going to have my Twitter. Again, follow me if you want to have more discussions like this on spaces and things like that. Also, Instagram, Spotify, and TikTok if you guys have to follow me. And I also have a link to stream the album if you would like for, the anniversary and everything like that. Lastly, to educate you guys on important situations. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.